Welcome to Kranky Live, the show where bold minds meet real talk. This isn't your average sports or news show. It's where we break down sports, culture, and controversy with facts, fire, and fearless honesty. Here, truth cuts through the noise, and hype gets exposed. From football to track and field, from world issues to local debates, we ask the tough questions, speak without fear, and go deeper than the headlines. We don't follow the crowd, we set the trend. While others recycle the same tired takes, we bring fresh insight, unfiltered analysis, and bold perspectives. No echo chambers, no puppet talk, just real conversation for people who think for themselves. Listen with your brain, not just your ears. Think critically, question boldly, and speak freely. This is Kranky Live, where reason rules the mic and truth always win. Come on, let's get into it. Bless up, bless up. Why is my camera messing up? Looking strange. Can you guys see me well? On my end, look like my camera is a mess. Good evening, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's not evening yet. This is the Champions League Final. I'm not sure what's wrong with my camera, but we're going to work with it. It was working earlier. Arsenal versus PSG. Welcome to Kranky Live on the Bounty channels. And thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. We're going to enjoy some football this afternoon. Hopefully, it works out where the game goes well. I hope my camera comes back, people, but I don't know what's happening with my camera. Somehow it looks strange on the screen and it's faded. I haven't done anything to it. Let me go out and come back in. I don't understand. I can't leave. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me, actually. Let me know if you can hear me on the YouTube line. I'm not sure what's happening with this thing. My camera messing up. So I should be sounding better now. And I'm looking at visual effects. My camera is still messing up. That is weird. Can you guys hear me out on YouTube land? I have to hope the camera comes back at some point because I'm streaming more. I'm streaming for about 5 hours today. So I can't afford to go with a camera that's a total mess. I don't think it's not. Let me see if what's wrong with my camera. If I can figure it out. It's working. Full high definition. All right. Hopefully it comes back during the telecast. I don't know. We'll see. If anyone in the chat, if you can hear me or see me, just press hello. Just say yes or no. I know it's hard to see me well because the camera is a mess. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's temperamental. But let me know if you can see me. If you can hear me. Maybe I'll unplug my camera and plug it back in or something. I don't know what the hell is happening. This is weird. I was on earlier just checking it out and it was working. I don't know what's happening. All right, let's see if it works now. Uh-oh. I have a different background than I want to put up here. I think I have an issue. Give me a chance, if people. I know what's wrong with my system. System decided to act up at the last minute. What the heck is this? All right, let me do this. Let me refresh. All right. That's better, people. That's better. I had to refresh. I apologize for that. Let me know if you can hear me now. I don't know what's happening in my system. Let me know if you can hear me. Ain't nobody saying nothing, so I don't know if they can hear me or not. People are in the chat, but I'm not sure if they can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Let me drop something on people. Can you hear me? Lord. I cannot tell if people can hear me or not. I know people are in the chat. You can hear me? All right, cool. I apologize, people, but I don't know what happened. My camera was messing up. And so these are the starting 11 for the game. TT, you mean, come Iris can't hear me, you say can't hear me. I don't understand. TT, I mean, by your system, TT, not my system. My system look corrected now. It may be your system. Can't hear you. I ask over and over if we can't hear you. But I don't know if you can't hear me or not. Then you have to respond now if you know. You can't tell you now. You know what? Testing. And yeah, you can't hear me. You can't hear myself now. So this is starting 11 for the game. It starts in about 13 minutes, and I apologize because I test my system before I come on and start acting up at the last minute. The PSG team, there's no surprise in the team. This is the expected starting lineup, as one would consider, given how they have played all season. It's an interesting game, actually. It's a game of stars. PSG is known for quick transition. They get the ball at the field quickly. They have skillful players. If you look at their team, they're playing with what I call a false nine, with Dembélé playing the 9, Kvaratskhelia and Doué playing out wide. And their midfield is very dynamic and very technical, between Neves, Vitinha, and Ruiz. And then in the defense, they have athletes, whether it's Mendes, Pacho, Marquinhos, and Hakimi, who look like he's fit. And they got rid of their goalkeeper last year with Noah City and put Savanoff in the goal line. It's been good. Savanoff, I should say. For Arsenal, my only concern is the real Arsenal going to turn up? The Arsenal from early in the season, before Christmas, or just before January, I should say, it was just smashing teams, was unbeaten in the Champions League, only gave up 6 goals. Or the Arsenal late in the season who struggled against Southampton, who struggled against City, West Ham, so many other teams. It's going to be an interesting game. Today's a really great sports day for me, because right after this game, and hopefully the game finished by, say, just 2 o'clock, we're going to watch the watch-along of Jamaica versus Nigeria in the Unity Cup. Earlier today, Zimbabwe played India, and I was watching the game earlier. I know it finished. I think they were leading by 1-0. Got a penalty. 2 very poor teams, by the way. And then later on this evening, tonight, we'll watch. I'm a basketball fan, so San Antonio versus Oklahoma City in the 7th game, final game of the Western Conference final. So I love days like today. Keep me very, very occupied. Keep me out of trouble, basically. But today is the Champions League final. So I want to know who you're picking in this game. You know, the Arsenal team is what I expect, except I thought he would risk Timber. All right? I figured he would start Ødegaard over Eze. He'd probably start Trossard, who scored 1 goal in 2026, but he's Arteta's favorite. But it's a team I would expect. Now, Zubimendi has lost his place to Lewis Kelly. So in essence, and I said this the other day, Arsenal basically have what I call 7 defenders in Mascara, Saliba, Gabriel, and Nkapia. And I thought he would start Nkapia also, because his first objective is to be defensively solid, impenetrable. And he's achieved that with a back 4, which is basically 4 centre-backs, or 2 of them masquerading as left and right back. And Nkapia plays centre-back for Ecuador. Mascara plays centre-back for the Spain junior team. And we know what Gabriel and Saliba does. And then Lewis Kelly also has been played at left back. So he's in the midfield. And Rice started his career as a centre back. So basically he has 5-6 defenders plus Raya there. And nobody's a passenger in Arsenal. Havertz, Trossard, Saka, Ødegaard all plays good defensively. So he has a very solid defensive team. Now, what does that mean on the other end? That means offensively they're challenged. Right? I think PSG has scored over 40 goals in the Champions League this year. So they're offensively potent. we struggle to score more than one goal, especially if we can't get goals from set piece. By the way, people, it's 19 of you in the chat and 6 is hitting the like button. Please change that. Please hit the like button. So it should be a good game. I'm looking forward to a good game. Last year, PSG smashed Inter by 5. But Inter, to me, wasn't as good as this Arsenal team. And we have only given up 6 goals in the entire Champions League this year, which says a lot for us defensively. Now, my concern is the transition game. Because what PSG does when their attack is, when they win the ball, they're gone. And they have enough creativity in the middle of the park and out wide to create mismatches because they get by you. And my concern is the Kvaratskhelia versus Mascara. I made a prediction this morning to a friend of mine that Mascara will not last to the second half. He'll get taken off in the first half. I think he's going to have a tough time. A tough time. Because I watched him the other day. Who he played against? I forgot what game he played, and he was at sea somewhat. I mean, he's a center back. He's not a right back. And it's almost like he's out on an island. So he's going to have a tough game today. So what is your predicted score? Let me hear your predicted score. There's a lot of entertainment at the Champions League there. I guess they're adopting the Super Bowl concept in terms of a lot of dances on the field, a lot of entertainment. So I guess America does have that global influence and still does. Because I don't think I normally see these things at the magnitude that they are being shown when we have these kind of events. So more and more of this is becoming much more normalized versus an aberration. But I'm looking forward to the game. So what's your predicted score, people? Who are you carrying to win? Arsenal has never won the Champions League. Obviously, PSG won it the last time around. They're trying to become back-to-back champions. Bless up Jamaica family vibes. How are you doing? They're trying to emulate Real Madrid, who was probably the last back-to-back champions I can remember. I think they had about 3 in a row. And they have won the trophies so many times. And we have never won it. Best chance was when we had the team way back in the early 2000s and lost in the final to Barcelona. And Jan Lehmann got sent off the field, the goalkeeper. But we have a chance to create history, at least the team does, and hopefully they do so. I am looking forward to the game, the dynamic, offensively minded, I would say more well-rounded PSG versus Arsenal. Now, I was looking at a combined lineup that I saw this morning. And based on a combined lineup, I'm not sure what Arsenal is turning up. I mean, and people are probably generous. The only players from Arsenal who made a combined team was Raya, Gabriel, and Rice is who they had there. Now, one could say the Gabriel makes sense with Pacho, even though he's a very good player. The Rice, you could argue whether it's Ruiz, Vitinha, or Neves, all brilliant players. And then up front, I think Saka has been out of form this season, so you can understand why Dembélé, Doué, and Kvaratskhelia would be the players who would be picked. So PSG would get 8 members in that combined team, at least that I saw this morning. Well, the only good thing about that is that combined teams don't win Champions League, and the game is played on the field and the ball is round. So let's hope Arsenal turn up today. Not the Arsenal who played City in the Carabao Cup, because that was embarrassing performance. Will need to be good today. I know Raya is always good. Rice is always good. To me, Lewis Kelly in the midfield is always good. But he's going to be pressured a lot today. They're going to pressure us. And the problem for us is we don't have the speed to get behind them. Yes, Jamaica. Definitely, Jamaica. Yes, exactly. It's been a great sports last few weeks, actually. And Jamaica playing today. Jamaica in the finals, yes. But that was sort of ready-made finals. And you know why I love the Jamaica thing? Because I'm encouraged by the youngsters who are new in the team, between Tyrese Hall, Courtney, Clark. Those new players encourage me. And some of the older folks who are normally in the team are not there. So, and my Knicks are playing well, even though Robinson broke his finger. And then for Arsenal, we are ready. We are ready to see Thierry Henry out there by the cup, by the Champions League trophy. Hopefully Arsenal is raising it tonight. This is going to sound strange,
This is gonna sound weird. I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm more enthused about the Jamaica upcoming game than this game. It's gonna sound weird, right? It shows you where my passion lies, actually. But I'm looking forward to this game, just the attractiveness of the football. If we lose tonight, I'm not devastated because we won the Premier League. Now, it'd be great to win the Champions League and make it a double and create history because we never won it before. But winning the Premier League to me was paramount, was the first time. So this is what we call in Jamaica brata. It's additive. It's something that just round it all up, but it's not the be-all, end-all. And I expect us to play well, actually. I especially like our midfield. Right? And I think Eze will come on late with about 20 minutes remaining if we are behind to try to score a goal. But it's going to be a difficult game. But it's going to be a good game. And that place is packed. I see David Beckham. All the stars seem to be out for this event. And it's the two best teams in the Champions League to me, on either side of the bracket or in the final. The place is lit. A friend of mine, Tony, is actually there. I saw him sending us some pictures this morning of him watching fans going through the turnstile to enter the stadium. So it must be a great environment to be in. And I'm going to lament on this and hindsight view, which is there's nothing like going to games like these where the fans are pumped up, the players are quality players, the environment is just something that you want to be a part of. And, you know, Jamaica want to experience that. I watched Curacao playing Scotland this morning. Jamaica want to experience that going to the World Cup. And now I hear the JFF broke, which we're going to talk about when the game I played this evening. I'm going to this today, but I've been saying they were broke for a while now anyway. But I knew they were broke for a while. I've been told that by multiple people in the JFF and outside the JFF. So not surprising news. But today is about Arsenal. Now, I think for me, surprisingly, I would have started Gyökeres. If I was picking a team, I think I picked this exact team, except I would take a risk with Timber and I would start Gyökeres. Definitely. Instead of Havertz. I think Havertz does a good job of holding the ball up. He's good in the air. And maybe Arteta is thinking set pieces. But I think Gyökeres bullies defenders. He would pressure them, would probably play the ball deep to him. He'd be physical. Now, I think you need to rough PSG up because they're so sleek and skillful. And they can play both ways, right? When they played Bayern Munich at home, they were very good defensively, right? And as you hear Dembélé say, you have to run a lot with PSG because if you don't, Enrique is going to bench you. So, but we're almost at game time. It's only a couple of minutes before game time. It should be a good game. So I'm very enthused today. From now until 2:30, it's this game. From 2:30 to 5 is Jamaica game, and then at 8 o'clock, I won't do a watch along for that, but it's the NBA Western Conference Final. So it's a good sports day. Looking forward to the game. Two good teams. And sit here and join me for play-by-play commentary. Appreciate you. Hopefully Arsenal will turn up today. Hopefully we'll turn up. We need to turn up. We need to turn up. Should be a good game. Hopefully we'll turn up. So, people, you haven't told me, who are you picking to win this game? Who are you picking to win today's game? Let me know. Who are you picking? And who are you picking and what's the score? I know a lot of you are going to pick PSG, but Arsenal fans are going to be parochial and pick Arsenal. But who are you picking to win this game? You're picking Arsenal, you're picking PSG? Because there's no draw today. Somebody got to win. So if the game is tied, you go to penalties. The game is tied, you go to penalties. Looking forward to it. By the way, the game is on CBS in the US. You know, I should give people all the channels, but they probably know already anyway. I think it's on Rush Sport in Jamaica, CBS in the US, and it's on TNT 1 in the UK, actually. It's also on Paramount, so it's on multiple channels. But it's free TV in the US on CBS. And I'm glad they're doing it that way, so therefore I'm not behind when it comes to the coverage, actually. So Doctore says PSG to win 2-0. So you don't think we can score? We don't have a lot of offense on the field, to be honest, so that shouldn't be shocking. We don't have a lot of offense. We need our offense is, we need to go out and buy some players. By the way, this zone is carried in Canada. So Canada is not getting a free coverage like the US. I think the US is realizing that soccer is popular. So, organizations like CBS will pay for these games because you guarantee a certain amount of attendance. I see Rice talking to Lewis Kelly. Arteta is ruthless. I mean, he's dropping 3-2 PSG Jamaica Vibes. He's dropping Zubimendi, who started almost the entire season and eventually lost his place. If you haven't hit the like button, people, please do so. So here we go. The referee, look at his watch, press the time, and we're not off yet. Bless up, Peter. What's your prediction, Peter? The game is off. Arsenal is pressing, actually. I thought they would probably play a little bit back and not press. But they're trying to press. The camera angle is not the best, people. I'm going to try to find another camera angle. The camera angle is not the best. They're not high enough up so you can see the field really well. That's poor on behalf of CBS. They're too low to the field. Way too low. And then whoever's directing the coverage is not moving around. They're not doing the best job. We're doing the coverage of changing the camera angles. The ball's on the other side. You need to put the camera on the other side so we can see it closer. That's just poor. Free kick to Arsenal. Foul at Hakimi on Trossard to be taken by Rice. Set piece to Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. Do what we do well. Ball played all the way over. Headed down by Arsenal aimlessly and out of bounds. Goal kick to PSG. Mascara playing right back today, which he's going to have a long day. A long day. He's got to play very close to Kvaratskhelia because you can't stop him and you can't run with him. So he needs to give him no time to turn. Get a yellow card and Timber will come in to substitute him. Ball kicked out of bounds by PSG. A little bit where people are nervous, a little bit wayward. Here comes PSG. Arsenal is pressing, actually, which is interesting. And then I think they have planned for us, if we press, they're going to attack us, dribble through the press, and then pass out of it. PSG to the wall. Vitinha out wide. Ball play to Dembélé. And they move around so much. It's crazy. Look where Mendes is. You think he's playing left wing. They're all over the place. What we got to do is try to win the ball and get at them because they're rotating players in so many different places. It's hard to mark any one person. Right now, Mascara has two people. Saka has to be aware that the outside person, Mendes, is way up the field, is wide. They then bring the midfield out to play in the defensive back position. Really interesting concept, actually, in overloading up front and having Mendes almost like a winger. And then I'm not sure if that's Ramos or Arsenal going to have a tough day today. We are pressing, but we can't get close to them. The movement is very difficult for us to follow. I think we should start our defense just over halfway line. I'm not bidding. I don't press. When you press, the space between the two lines of defense are wide open. Look at this. Arsenal with the ball to Ødegaard. Ødegaard tried to edit up to Saka. Throw into PSG. I think we should not press them that high. That's interesting, Cartizel. Ball headed up by Saliba. Saka got pushed. Should be a foul. Free kick to Arsenal. Arsenal with the free kick. I don't know how players protest something like this. What are you protesting? PSG is pressing and pressing vigorously. Yeah, the press is bothering us, actually. And we don't have the speed to get behind them. See, that's the thing. When someone press like that, you need the speed to get behind them. We don't have the speed to get behind them. Here comes Arsenal. Kai Havertz is away. Kai Havertz is away. He's down the box. There's no help. He shoots. Goal! Goal to the Arsenal. Kai Havertz. The ball played upfield, ricocheted, go to Havertz. He took it in and put in the top corner. And by the way, second time he scored in Champions League Final. He beat Man City for Chelsea. Brilliant goal by Havertz. We were just struggling to get out. Space in behind because they were pressing really high. And I was just saying we don't have the speed to get behind them. I guess Havertz showed some speed. 1-0 to Arsenal. So we can't lose 2-0 anymore. So anybody predict a 2-0 loss for Arsenal? That ain't happening. So the ball was played, it ricocheted and went straight to Havertz, and he was behind the defense, did a good job of dribbling, and then put in that top corner. So Arteta made the right decision to start Havertz. It worked out really well. Brilliant goal by Havertz. He lifted purposely. He looked at the keeper, decided to lift it, and ricocheted in the goal. Keeper had no chance. Zero chance. Well, it's going to be a different game now. Very good goal. So we are in the 7th minute of play, and PSG is pressing high and hard. We have to try to get behind them. Foul on Lewis Kelly. We're going to get fouled a lot. The middle of the field is crowded. It's hectic. It's frantic. I may have to put the game on my iPad now because my eyesight ain't the greatest. And the TV's right in front of me. I still can't see it as well as I'd like to. Yeah, your safety net good, Carter. Your safety net good. Safety net good. Yeah, we're playing a double pivot today because we are concerned about their middle. So it is 4-2-3-1. Yeah. We're playing a double pivot with Rice and Lewis Kelly because, and that's part of the reason, is because the reason why Zubomendi is not playing is because he doesn't have the range. He doesn't have the coverage range. So when you don't have the range, you have to be, when you don't have the range, then a coach has to be concerned about, will you provide the necessary cover you need to provide? And that's why Zubomendi, I think, has lost his place. Rice got to be careful there. He did look like he fouled Ramos. But free kick to the Arsenal. Ball played over, headed out by Arsenal. Here comes PSG. They have numbers. Lewis Kelly covering. Ball crosses the box, headed out by Arsenal. Ball goes to Trossard, looking for a pass. Doesn't have one. Covered by 4 people. Does a brilliant job of beating his man, beating Hakimi, who recovered much quicker than Trossard. Ball back to PSG is pressing all out. So there's going to be spacing behind. We don't have the speed to get behind them, but Havertz showed that he has a little bit. But their press is vigorous. It's really a stifling press. That's why I'm thinking that we shouldn't press that much because we're going to be burnt out trying to play their football. Good win by Saka. They say it's a foul against them, but that's not a foul. He won the ball. That's not a foul. He dispossessed Dembélé and he gave the foul to PSG. He touched his leg, but it's not a foul. It's not a foul. He won the ball. Here comes PSG. And their passing is quick. Unlike us, which was slow passes, their passing is very quick. Good win by Arsenal. The Saka plays it in to try to find Trossard, but they're reading the pass. They're responding really quickly. It's gonna be a challenging day for us. It's gonna be a challenging day for us. They're very, very quick. They're very quick to anticipate the pass and to cover off the recipient of the pass. Here comes PSG again. Arsenal will need some substitute today. It's going to be an interesting and challenging day. So our defense we're a little bit too deep on defense, but it's where we probably should be. We're a little bit too deep. We need to a little bit higher up the field. Like at the halfway line is where we should start our pressing. And just leave enough space between the last line of defense and the goalkeeper so Raya can cover off anything that's dropped in the box. PSG dominating possession. We are in the 11th minute of play. Arsenal 1, PSG 0. Yeah, we're going to suffer today. We can't even get close to them. At least when Bayern played, and Bayern had some possession. We're not having any possession. Here comes PSG, and they have numbers. Oh, that was close. Oh, we almost gave away a goal. I'm not sure what we're doing in the box. We have too many men around the ball. That was almost a goal a while ago. Too many men around the ball. Too many men. We need to space out some more. Quick corner. Ball crossed over. Play out of bounds. Goal to the Arsenal. Yeah, we are under the coach, people. We're under the coach. We are a lot of pressure on Arsenal. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. We're good defensively, but we need offense today. And we need to be able to possess the ball. Right now, we're struggling to do that. They're quicker. They're faster. They're probably more technical. Right with the ball. Need to go long. That's why you probably need a Martinelli in the game to get behind this defense. I would probably have Martin instead of Saka. Instead of Trossard, sorry. Havertz dispossessed there. Havertz cannot afford to be dispossessed like that. We're in the 12th minute of play. Marquinhos just dispossessed him. He has to be stronger than that. This is Dembélé coming forward. No, I'm sorry. Mendes coming forward to Vitinha. Look how well they space out. Look at their team, people. Look at their three align. So they have three even keel and then Kvaratskhelia playing the deeper wide. Oh, brilliant ball. Good shot, out of bounds, goal kick to the Arsenal. So what they're doing is we're playing not a high line, but they're running players off us. A while ago, that was Ruiz running off of Rice, and Rice hesitated. You can't hesitate. If he's going, you got to make sure he's behind you, Rice. You got to be in front of you, sorry, not behind you. You tried a wild shot. He had a chance to settle the ball down, try to take on Rice. Not a good decision on his part. Boris says Arsenal 3, PSG 1. I don't know about that. Right now, they're dominating possession. We can't even get close to them. We can't even get close. I don't think we should start to press that deep. We're starting to press too deep. Then we are far away from them to get on them. We start to press too deep. Good win. Good pressure by Saka. Almost won it. Foul against PSG. Goal, free kick to PSG. Look how far Dembélé was. They play a very interesting game whereby all top 7 players in their team can be in any position at any point in time. Very fluid. They play total football. And we have made 2 good passes. We have made 2 passes yet. And we're in the 14th minute of play. Here comes PSG. Ball played to Pacho. Goes back to Marquinhos. Arsenal trying to press, but they're moving around so much, it's hard to get close to them. We can't get close to them. They're dominating possession. Ball played out by Savinov. Arsenal have two men fighting for the same ball. Arsenal must come into about 6 or 7 fouls already. At some point, we're going to start giving yellow card. My stream is ahead. That's a good thing. Ball played out to Mendes, looking to Kvaratskhelia, looking to come forward. Plays it to, that looked like Marquinhos. Gonna go wide to Hakimi, I'm sure. No, he decided to come back inside to Ramos. Back to Marquinhos. We're going too deep. We need to start the press now. We're going too deep. You're inviting pressure. This is Dembélé. Plays it back deep to Ramos. He comes forward. Goes again wide to Doué. I'm sorry, to Hakimi, sorry. Ball played down between the line. Good play. Corner to PSG. We're getting taken to school, people. We're getting taken to school. We can't play like this. It's gonna be ugly if we keep playing like this. The press has to start as they pass the halfway line. Corner to PSG. Ball played to Saka. He kicked and missed. Ball ricocheted up. Played out. See, even that ball Saka got, that shouldn't be kicked away. That's where you need speed. That's Martinelli. He takes off. He's gone. I don't think you're going to have Trossard in this game. Got to have some speed up top. Let them be afraid and let them have to drop deeper. Here comes PSG again. Good pressure by Arsenal. Arsenal winning ball back to Ødegaard. Ødegaard coming forward, trying to go over the top to, not a good play by Ødegaard because he can't shoot. He tried to go over the top to Trossard. That's not a good play by Ødegaard. When you get those opportunities, you got to make use of them. Yeah, Saka handed the ball a while ago, but the ball bounced up. He was trying to play it out. He handed the ball twice, frankly. Trying to kick it out. And in Europe, they normally give those as penalty. I guess they don't give it if it's in your own box that way. Good play by Mosquera. Ball out of bounds. Throw into PSG. When we win, so possession stats, PSG 78 possession, Arsenal 22. I don't even think we have 22% possession. Well, when we kick the ball out, we have been totally dominated. We need some speed up top. We need speed up top. The only way we're going to beat this team is if you can force them to play deeper or you run behind them if they're playing high. Because we're going to get our chance. They're going to make mistakes trying to play through the line. The way we have it now, we're too slow. We don't have any speed on the field. Because PSG, they're walking us down now. They're walking us down. And we can't do anything about it. They just overran that ball. Arsenal, when we get it, we have no way to get out. When we get it, we have no way to get out. See? We're all over the place when we get it. We are so deep, we can't get out. This strategy got to change. We can't keep playing like this. We're inviting trouble. Here comes PSG again. Mendes out to Doué. Doué going against, being helped by Saka. Trying to beat both and turns it over. Here comes Saka coming. See, at this time, we should be breaking. Rice. Back to Raya. He's going to go deep. Because he has no choice. Havertz trying to head that ball. It goes out. Vitinha heads it down to Mendes, who try to go over the top. Ball play to Saliba. Turns brilliantly. Goes back to Raya. All we're doing is going back to our keeper. We have 22% possession. We cannot keep the ball. Ball played out trying to find Saka. Saka heads it. One by Pacho. He's going to go all the way back to his keeper and start the play over. We can't make two passes. It's not a good watch for Arsenal, actually. We're in the 19th minute of play. Arsenal leading PSG by 1-0. PSG dominating possession. But Arsenal is ahead. And we're getting tired. Look at Trossard and Havertz. We have to start the defense at the halfway line. press them as they get over the halfway line. The field is condensed. If you play any other way, you're in trouble. They have too much skill, too much ability. Here comes PSG again. Throw into the Arsenal. Good win by Nkapé. We're breathing heavily because we're playing so much defense. Yeah, they have 2 touches. One was dangerous. No, you can't start the defense too far on the field before the game. If you do, you have too much space in behind. We're having zero possession. Gotta do better. Throw into PSG. I don't like CBS camera angle when the ball's on the far side. It's not good. Yeah, but we don't have speed to play long ball, right? We don't have the speed to get behind them. So we're playing long ball for. We got lucky with the goal. It was a ricochet. We're in the 20th minute of play. PSG leading Arsenal Arsenal leading PSG by 1-0. Here comes Dembélé looking to probe. Arsenal is well set up. Doué coming forward, plays it out to trying to go in behind again, but Arsenal is reading it. They're reading that what PSG is trying to do is pull us out and try to go in behind. But they're running Hakimi off. Trossard trying to go by 2 people. Ball played to Havertz. Out of bounds, thrown into the Arsenal. We got to find a way to get the ball in the middle of the park and get more control over the game. Right now, we can't get on the ball because their press is so vigorous and our movement is not quick enough. Throw in by Nkapé. Referee's going to probably give him a yellow card. Taking too long to throw the damn ball. Throw the ball. Lewis Kelly. Good turn. Lewis Kelly with a brilliant pass into Havertz. Havertz to Trossard. Trossard should go back to Havertz. Havertz has it. And try to go back. Not sure who's trying to pass that ball to. Referee's calling a throw into the brilliant pass though by Lewis Kelly. Brilliant pass. That's how you break that pressure. Some composure, ability to drop your shoulder, turn. That's where Arsenal should be really getting at them now, but we don't have the speed. Somebody should be running off Havertz when he receives that ball. Ball play to Raya. Raya's going to go long. Going long, trying to find Havertz. Havertz is not close to his man, bad head up by Pacho. Lewis Kelly control, try to play to Trossard, does. Here comes PSG, trying to play the ball over the top. Saliba miss kicks. Ball is out to Kvaratskhelia. He has what he wants. Mascara one-on-one. Mascara is standing in front of him. Good play by Mascara. Plays out of bounds. Very good play by Mascara. Good defense. Very good defense. We're in the 22nd minute. Arsenal holding up so far. And so is Mascara. He's standing in front of him. He's not taking his fakes. And he's getting help either from Saliba. They have a hydration break. 22nd minute. Arsenal leading PSG by 1-0. PSG has dominated possession. Had one almost opportunity where Kvaratskhelia got a loose ball by a mix-up by Arsenal defense in the box. But Gabriel was able to clear. And Arsenal is holding up in there. Arsenal will get more chances. The question is, will we take them or will we realize that PSG is there because they play so high and they play so hard and they're so aggressive, you can use the aggressiveness against them. Yes, we're not on pretty win. We just want to win the game. We have never won the Champions League, so we just want to win the game. But also, if it's that hot and you're playing so much defense, it's going to get tiresome. Yeah, that ball was played up, came to Havertz. His second touch was brilliant. Gave himself enough space, went a little bit too wide, but he took the goal brilliantly. He went high and hard, and Arsenal is up by 1-0. Yes, it was an effective 20 minutes by Arsenal. Productive, I would say, because we scored, so yes. But they have dominated possession. And what that does is that puts you in a difficult situation because you have to be defending so much It saps your energy, especially where it's so hot. It's crazy hot. But we do have a very good bench. And so we can make changes. We allowed about 5 changes? We can make changes. Throw into the Arsenal. Let's hope our defenders don't take any yellow card because they're taking too long to throw. We got to move off the ball so the ball can be thrown up the field. Throw it down the line. Throw it down the line. Don't throw it inside. Throw it down the line. Come on, Arsenal players. Move and give me an angle to throw the ball. We're begging for a yellow card now. Mascara tried to throw it down the line. Played out. Ball headed out to Saka. Again, a throw into the Arsenal. Just got to sit up quick and throw the ball down the line. We're waiting too long to throw. We can't afford to get our right or left back a yellow card. That'd be disastrous. Ball throws to Saliba. Goes all the way back to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly trying to go to the middle, and he does. Good move by Lewis Kelly. Going to the middle. Plays the ball out wide. Brilliant move by Lewis Kelly. Ball out to Ødegaard to Saka. Saka down the line. Crosses in the box. Ball played out. Brilliant play by Lewis Kelly. That kid is brave and ability. Goalkeeper is hurt for PSG. But Lewis Kelly, ability to run by those defenders, and he's going to get caught sometimes, created all that those mismatches. What we didn't have is, where the hell is Havertz? Why is Havertz not in the middle? Havertz is jogging on the edge of the goddamn box. Havertz and Trossard should be killing themselves to get in the middle. That's why they did not win that ball. Look where Havertz is, people, on that play. Why are you on the edge? Where are you way down feeling the center forward when your right winger has the ball? When Lewis Kelly starts dribbling, Havertz should be moving. The ball came across. Nobody's there. Havertz should be going after that ball. That's crazy. And his own man injured him. Marquinhos injured him. That's unforgivable if you're a center forward. When the plays started by your number 8 playing in a double pivot from way down almost in his own half, and you're nowhere near upfield when your winger gets the ball out wide and squaring the ball. How can that be possible? That's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, there's no way that ball should come across and Havertz is not. Look where Havertz is, people. He's outside the box. How the hell can you be outside the box? I don't think people realize how bad a situation that is, you know. He's outside the box and he's a center forward. You ain't playing midfield, Havertz. Look where Havertz is. He's nowhere in the picture. They're showing you the above view. Havertz is jogging behind Lewis Kelly. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's not how you play center forward. You should be busting your gut to get down there to try to tap that ball in. So who's supposed to tap the ball in? There's nobody there. Trossard tried to come in. Havertz is nowhere to be found. Anyway, we're in the 27 minutes. I see Arsene Wenger in the crowd. Everybody in the mother. Luis Figo, Arsene Wenger. So many stars. I saw the Portugal coach Martinez, Liverpool ex-coach. A lot of celebrities are there. Football persons are there. Goalkeeper trying to recover from this. It'll be a long extra minutes off time. Look, people, it's very important for Arsenal, as I said earlier in the program, to take advantage of opportunities when they arise. If you won't get a ton of chance against PSG unless they get overly aggressive more than they are now, which is hard to foresee, because they're a very sound team. But you can't have your winger, you can't have your dribble the ball from almost his 18 and your center forward is jogging up the field. That means he must be tired, because I can't explain why he wouldn't be in the box. I have the crowd of VIPs. Yeah, you're right about that. It appears that way. So here we go. Game is back on. PSG trying to go along. Ball headed out to Arsenal with the ball. Ball headed down. Not sure who he's trying to play the ball to. A lot of mix up in the middle. Let's see how the game gets settled down. Here comes PSG again. Saka trying to pressure Mendes. Kvaratskhelia against Mascara, trying to beat him. Mascara just making sure he get his hand on him. And here comes Dembélé. Goes wide to Doy. They got numbers. They got 5, 6 players going upfield. Trying to beat Arsenal. Box good block by Arsenal. Pressure is on again. Arsenal playing well defensively. That's trusted out there with Rice. Here comes Vitinha. Goes back wide to Dembélé. Dembélé trying to cross in the box, headed out by, that looked like Gabriel. There's some issues in the box. Players down, PSG players down. It looks like it's Mendes. He's rolling around. And I'm sure PSG will stop it because they're Mendes in the box. Arsenal just have to stay up. He's going to be offside. And they're still playing. He's still in the box lying down. Maybe you think he got fouled or something and trying to get a penalty. PSG coming forward. Good tackle by Arsenal. And play the ball. So we have no speed up top, people. This is where you need a Martinelli. We have no speed up top. No speed up top. Mendes still down. Thinking he got fouled, but the ball was away. So I don't think he got fouled. Then he got entangled. Let's see what happened. Yeah, I think they just got entangled. That was no foul. You didn't see him. Doe almost got through there. Gabriel was on the ground and stretched a leg out. At some point, we may stretch your leg at the wrong time. We're in the 31st minute of play. We'll probably have a long, extended halftime. Not halftime, but first half because the goalkeeper was injured for a little bit, Safanov. Here comes PSG trying to play through the lines. Arsenal backing off. Trust Ødegaard is not in the game. He's not in the game at all. Not defensively, not offensively, not anything. Raya came out, played it off a throw in to PSG. This is Mendes to Kvaratskhelia. Back to Mendes. Goes inside to, that looked like Vitinha, number 17. Goes back to Vitinha, looking for a pass. The right side is open. Hakimi is overloading the right side. Here is Dembélé. Place it back to Vitinha. Arsenal deep now. They're just running people left, right, and center. Very hard to cover them, but we're covering spaces, not necessarily individuals. Here comes PSG, Dembélé. Play the ball over the top, headed out. Arsenal just need to come out as a group now. We're too deep. We're too deep. We're dropping too deep. Got to pressure the ball. Too much time on the ball and for them to run off us. We don't need to go any deeper defensively. Kvaratskhelia trying to come inside. Being tracked well by Mascara. Vitinha again. Plays it back to, that looked like Neves. Out to Doué. Back to Vitinha. Trying to go over the top again. Find Hakimi. Ball play down to Dembélé. And we're just backing up further and further back, which is dangerous. Ball played to the top, straight to Raya. Now we need some speed up top. When Raya win that ball, that should be Martinelli sprinting down the field. I'll put Martinelli inside the Trossard. Oh, that's a foul, referee. Referee saying no. That's a foul. You can't block the man in the back. You got to block him from the side. That's a foul, referee. Here comes PSG again. Corner to PSG. That's a foul, referee. I don't know how you call it. So that's not a foul against Havertz. We're under the cosh, people. That's what it's in the UK. We're under pressure. We're in the 33rd minute of play. PSG 0, Arsenal 1. Here comes PSG again. So now we're way up the field. Ball played wide in. Ball to Saka. And he Plays out of bounds, throw into PSG. Saka has to control that ball. We're doing a lot of hard work. It's hot as hell. We're not in the game. We are leading, but we're not in the game. Here comes PSG again. Ball out wide. Cross in the box. Played up by Saliba. Throw into PSG. We're just defending. This is like Inter against Barcelona way back when. Inter did win that game with Jose Mourinho as a coach, but it's a different PSG team. Here comes PSG again. Ball played deep to Pacho, who goes to Ramos, who goes to try to play a 1-2. Here comes Rice. So we have no speed to go forward now. Rice plays out to ball played down to win the Saka. He's open. He has 2 men on him. And he's been fouled. Free kick to the Arsenal. That's what we have to do. We have to play quicker. As we win it, we got to be moving. On the move and draw them out. Yeah, and I'm sure that's part of the old strategy, which is we know how good they are. But the break has to be there, but we don't have the speed to get behind them. We don't have the speed to get behind. That's part of the problem that we're facing. We got to rely upon set pieces. And right now, we got to be careful on the set piece too. We got to make sure we have a transition defense in place. So if they win the ball, which they want to do, they're going to come at us. So we have to be very careful. If we have enough people back to prevent the counterattack. Free kick to the Arsenal will be taken by Rice. We have 4 people on the edge of the box. So we have to be careful. No Saliba back, no Gabriel back. Good cut by Rice, headed down, out of bounds. Goal kick to... That was a good cross by Rice. Wasn't far. Gabriel got a head on it. Yeah, he had a chance to do better with that ball, actually. Came pretty flat, though. A lot of bodies in there. PSG trying to come forward. And Cape wins it. And he's fouled. And referee didn't call it. That's a clear foul, referee. And here comes PSG. They have numbers. Rice is running back. That was a clear foul, referee. Referee not giving Arsenal those calls. Ball headed up by Arsenal to Trossard. Try to play up the field. Havertz try to win it. Ball is to Trossard. He lose it. No, he wins it. He has 2 men on him. And he got dispossessed. He needs to foul. And the referee says play on, play advantage. PSG trying to play quicker. Arsenal wins it. Here comes Arsenal. Lewis Kelly into Rice. Rice all the way out to Mascara. Mascara has time and space. You go back to Saliba. Saliba should have gone to Rice. He decided not to. He's trying to go by 4 and he does. Beat 3. Beat inside. Saliba with a good ball into Havertz, who should have gone wide to Trossard, didn't. And Cape does. Trossard with it. Arsenal getting some possession now. And she just cooled the game down. Ball in back to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly trying to go by his man, shoot his ball well, plays out to Nkape. Arsenal get a chance to get in the game now and walk the ball. Yes, this is good. Ball all the way back to Raya though. Raya gonna go along. Trying to find no one really. Yeah, that's waste by Raya. He had time to take his time to find one of his players. We did a good job of keeping possession, but not progressing enough up the field. Gabriel is such a brilliant defender. He blocked that shot a while ago. Here comes PSG. Ball played out to Kvaratskhelia. He's trying to wave Mendes forward. Arsenal really playing good spatial positional defense. If you just joined us, we're in the 38 minutes of play. The Champions League Final being played in Budapest, Hungary. Arsenal leading PSG by 1 goal to nil. PSG comes forward again. Ball into Hakimi. Back to... I can't even see that play well. Vitinha has it. He's playing the ball. Just 5-10 yards outside Arsenal's 18. Arsenal sitting deep. Problem with sitting deep is if you can't counter, it doesn't create any angst for the opposition. Against PSG again. Trying to go wide. Ball across. Headed up. Mascara missed the cross. Ball played to Mendes. He's going to put it in the box. He does. Headed up by Gabriel. Havertz chasing. And it's going to be a throw in to PSG, or is it throw into Arsenal? I think Arsenal's trying to throw it quickly. Referee should give Hakimi a yellow card if that's Arsenal ball. Yeah, he hit him on his throat. That should be a yellow card, referee. Who should be Ballon d'Or winner? I have no idea. Gabriel is a brilliant defender. Any block in the box is always Gabriel. Any ball being blocked, any last-ditch effort is Gabriel. Right now, to me, he's the man of the match for Arsenal. Defenders don't win Ballon d'Or. Midfielders and defenders and goalkeepers don't win Ballon d'Ors. Here comes PSG. We're in the 40th minute. Arsenal leading by 1-0. Goal scored by Havertz off a ricochet. He went through from halfway line and put in the top right-hand corner. PSG coming forward again. Arsenal defense is now way up the field. I think a little bit too high. It probably needs to drop a little bit deeper. Arsenal subs are going to be very important today. Here comes PSG, and they're trying to play the ball out to bad touch there by, was that Saliba? Ball headed out, controlled by Ødegaard. Is just waste today. Not doing anything. He's like a statue in the field. Seriously, he's like a statue in the field. A while ago, that ball should have been controlled and taken down and put and placed someplace. I don't think this is Ødegaard's game. The person is too vigorous, and that's not his game. Ball played out. Back to PSG. Arsenal defense again. We're in the 41st minute. PSG 0, Arsenal 1. I see Rice. I see Lewis Kelly. I don't see Ødegaard. I hate how PSG camera is set up. The game is played on the right side of the field. You can't even see it that well. Here comes PSG again. Need to pressure the ball. Mascara out. They're looking for a 1-2. No, blocked off by Arsenal. Arsenal just defending. Have men in key positions. PSG trying some quick 1-2s around the box to create space, but most of the space are clogged up. Here comes Kvaratskhelia. He looked like he wants to shoot from outside. Fake the shot. Come back wide. Dembélé trying to beat Mascara, and he does beat him down the line. Ball crossing the box, headed over by PSG. That was dangerous. That was Mendes, sorry, not Dembélé. Got by Mascara down the line, tried to cross it. He probably should have put it right across the goal. Mascara has to be closer to him. You gotta let him, in this case, you gotta let him go inside. Frankly, you gotta let him go inside. That was close. That was blocked by Nkape. And if Ramos didn't head it, Kvaratskhelia had a clean shot at goal, actually. Yeah, they're trying to be too perfect. And we haven't tested their keeper at all. Raya hasn't really been tested, but they've been in some dangerous positions. We need some more speed on the field. I'm telling you, we need more speed on the field. I think we need Martinelli with his defense and his speed on the field. Definitely. Ball headed out by Gabriel, out of bounds, throw into PSG. We're in the 43rd minute of play. Arsenal leading PSG by 1-0. PSG has dominated possession, but Arsenal still leads. The statistics so far is PSG has 78% possession. Ball headed out. That's a poor header by who headed that ball? Was that Gabriel? Got to do a better header than that. Here comes PSG. Arsenal defense scrambling. PSG coming forward. Ball plays out wide to Kvaratskhelia. He has side. We're too much inside. He's trying to come inside to shoot. Good recover by Arsenal. Here comes PSG again. Shot taken, shot blocked, again over the bar. PSG is getting, I think, a little bit frustrated because there's so many men in front of them. It's hard to have the space to shoot. %78 possession. Man, you might as well call it 90. I mean, damn. That's total domination offensively. But it's the scoreline that matters. Arteta, we need more speed on the field. And Ødegaard got to be substituted at halftime. He's not in the game. He's just up there like a statue, not doing anything for anyone, anytime. Here comes PSG again. Good play by Rice. Rice is everywhere defensively. Hey, before the game, you're watching Rice before the game? Cross by Trossard to nobody. Ball picked up by Lewis Kelly. Plays it out to Mascara. Should go back to Lewis Kelly. He goes to Ødegaard. Ødegaard plays it back to Mascara. Should go back to Lewis Kelly quickly, and he didn't. Plays on to Saka. Saka trying to beat his man. Dispossessed, but out of bounds, thrown to the Arsenal. We need to just take our time now and walk it. It's 6 minutes of extra time. It's 45 minutes in. Arsenal leading by 1-0. Well, playing on to Saliba. Goes back to Gabriel. He's going to go all the way back to Raya, who's going to dump it. Because he's been told to dump it in this game. Don't play with it. And the goalkeeper is out. He heads it out. Arsenal player can't win it and try to put it upfield. Nope. Here comes PSG. When we have a chance to play the ball, we're just not taking advantage of it. And because Ødegaard can't beat himself, because he can't run by anybody, he can't create mismatches in midfield like a Lewis Kelly can or a Rice can. He's a passenger. Here comes Kvaratskhelia. He has Mascara. Saka is helping. He plays it back to Vitinha. Looking for a pass. It goes wide to Doué. Arsenal looking for the ball in behind. So they're recovering. Good play by Arsenal. Ball played out. Again, Arsenal just defending. We have so many people back defending. We need to pressure the ball. Kvaratskhelia coming forward. He's not getting any room. So we have 4 across. Here comes PSG again. Arsenal covering up all the spaces. Somebody would have to dribble through for them to score. They're getting frustrated. Somebody would have to dribble through for them to score. They need some magic, and the magic is not there. Jay-Z says PSG need a center forward. The middle always empty. Yeah. There's some last minute tackle we made by Arsenal. We may miss a tackle. We may give away a penalty because we're making too many last minute tackles. We need speed on the field, Arteta. We need speed. The only way we're going to win this game is to have somebody out there to counterattack. Force them to be deeper. We're being pushed back too far. Let them be afraid that, you know what, they lose the ball. Oh, wow, the percentage stats have improved. Arsenal now has 23% possession. Saka heads the ball out to Havertz. Havertz has Mascara, and he's being trapped by 3. Mascara inside to Saka. Havertz is behind. He's in on goal. Shoots. Oh, it's blocked. He had a chance to score. That was the opportunity. Wow, he was too slow. He had to be quicker. He got a 1-2 from Saka. He was in on goal, and he was too slow. Way too slow on that ball. That should have been in the far corner. Here comes PSG again. We're in the 3 minutes of extra time. Extra time would be of 6 minutes. Arsenal possession start going up. Went from 22 to 24. Mascara is out there one-on-one. Mascara has done well so far. Kvaratskhelia hasn't gone by him once. Here comes PSG, Vitinha. Trying to go inside, trying to go outside. Ball played out. Goal kick to the Arsenal. Or is it corner? Is it towed out? It was probably towed out by Arsenal. It's a corner to PSG. And they're now overloading. They have a lot of men forward. Referee talking to, is that Ramos? And he has to behave himself. Corner to PSG. Ball played over, headed out by Arsenal, goes straight to Mendes. Bettina coming forward, looking to go over the top. Arsenal creating, Ramos has space. He crosses, shot by Raya, who spilled it, but picked it up. We just need to get to halftime and regroup. I'm not sure why he tried to shoot from there. And Raya dropped a simple ball. And then we just kick it out for them. It's been, in Jamaica, you call this backs and forward. They kick the ball down and the offense comes forward. We have a minute and a half to go, just about a minute and a half to go for halftime. Arsenal now pressing up the field. They're going to go long. They go along at the top. Mascara against Kvaratskhelia. Out of bounds, throw into the Arsenal. The defensive strategy has been brilliant so far. Even though I don't think the press is working, so we can forget that press. Havertz was in on goal. His first touch was a bad touch. He was in on goal and he got blocked by Marquinhos. His first touch was the ball was touched too far. If he had touched a little bit less with less force, he could have put that in the far corner. Throw into the Arsenal. We are 5 minutes in. Brilliant pass. That was by Ødegaard, actually. It was a brilliant pass to Havertz. Wow, that could have been 2-0. Marquinhos made a really good block. We have 25 seconds to go before halftime. Throw into Rice. Trying to go long in the box. Headed over by Havertz. Headed up again by Arsenal. Ball out of bounds. Corner to Arsenal. Havertz action was wrong. Corner to Arsenal. Havertz asking for a foul, but referee not saying that. Yeah, he's not going to give a foul on that. If he was in the middle of the park, yes, he would get it, but he's not getting that in the box. Come on, Saka, make this count. It's the last kick before halftime. If we're up 2-0, it's difficult for them to come back because we don't give up a lot of goals. Well, it's halftime. I guess the ref didn't give us a chance to take it. Have you ever seen that really? Do we blow halftime when the corner? Don't you know the corner be take first before you do that? Isn't that weird? I have never seen that before in football. So the ref is saying that we taking too long, but I've never seen that. Ref don't do that. You don't blow for halftime when somebody's gonna take a corner. You let the ball take first and then you blow for halftime. I guess he's complaining that Arsenal is slowing the game down. That doesn't work. Well, if you just join us, we're at halftime of the game between Arsenal and PSG. If you want to call in and have your say, please do so. I'm going to take a 1-second break like I normally do at this time. That's the calling number. I'm going to give you a quick musical interlude, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to talk about the halftime and go through the stats. So let's give me 2 seconds. Let me know if you can hear that. Can you hear that? Let me know if you can hear that, people. That's my halftime musical interlude. I'm going to come back in 2 seconds. Can you hear that? Just tell me yes or no if you can hear that. Because I can't hear it. I don't know what's happening in my system. I'm playing music, but I don't know if I can hear it. This is my normal halftime music. Can you hear that? Just type me yes or no, people. I'm going to run off for 2 seconds and come back. But if you can't hear it, you must can't hear it. Tell me I not hear it, but me not hear it. So, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. All right, I'm back. Let me turn off this music because I always forget to do so. Let me hit that play. All right, we're back, people. So let me know your perspective on halftime of the game. What are your thoughts? What do you think Arsenal is doing? Do you think we can win this game? It's been a difficult first half for the Arsenal. We're brilliant defensively, but it's not been the best first half as far as I'm concerned. Let's see what the stats tell us. Let's do it this way. Let's see what the stats tell us. So in terms of possession, let me refresh the page. You know what? I'm going to do it this way. No. Give me a second, people. Let me try to do it this way. You can see the entire screen. So let's see what the stats tell us. So it says Arsenal has 23% possession, and PSG 77%. This is a replica of the Barcelona versus Inter game years ago, where Barca had a much better team, and Marino with the Edos of the world just lock shop, score and lock shop, and beat them in a two-way tie. So this is it. So they're Arsenal. So the corners can't be right. We haven't taken a corner. Wow, the ref didn't give us the last one. So big chances, one for Arsenal, none for PSG. Even though I would disagree with that. I think they probably had about one. The one with Kvaratskhelia, where he failed to get to the ball. I guess they don't consider it a big chance, but I would. Goalkeeper saves, one by Arsenal, none by PSG. So what about the ball that was crossed that he blocked? Isn't that a save? Or he didn't go on goal. He's not on target, I guess, so it's not considered a save. But the one where Havertz wasn't in place. And I would think that we had more than one big chance, because the one where Havertz blocked by Marquinhos in the box, that's a big chance. So that's even two big chances. So for score, you need to get that right. Fouls are 4 apiece. 345 passes to 105. Wow. 345 passes in the first half. Some people don't make that much in a game. That's amazing. 345 to 105. Tackles are 7 apiece. Free kicks are 4 apiece. That's amazing. In terms of players, highest rated, and just based on stats, people. It's not based on the eye test. By the way, if you haven't hit the like button, please do so. We're bringing the Champions League final between Arsenal and PSG. PSG, the defending champion. Arsenal has never won the tournament. They've been in the final a couple of times. And by the way, people, right after this game, maybe 5 minutes later, we're going to bring the game between Jamaica and Nigeria in Unity Cup final. So don't go nowhere. Take your halftime break or your end of game break and come join me for the Jamaica versus Nigeria game. And I'm looking forward to the game just because I would love to see the youngsters in the team and how they play. So come join me. But I digress. This is Champions League final. In terms of players, you see the ratings there. No PSG players have over a 7. You see Rice is 7.4. I think Gabriel rating should be better than Rice, actually. And then Rice is 6.8, Havertz 7.4, and Gabriel is 7.0. I think Havertz gets his for just the goal, because I don't think he's not been that great. He's been okay. Good afternoon. You're calling the home of champions? Who am I speaking to?
Yeah, Kranky. This is Lance.
Lance, how you doing?
All right, good. You're broadcasting from Utica, from that restaurant, and
No, I'm home. I'm home. I didn't go.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't go to Utica. No. Huh?
You have an venue in Brooklyn where I can watch a game?
None of them we're off in a no, don't. Not this game. No. Not today.
All right.
And we won't have any for the World Cup either. Jamaica is not there.
Yes. So you have a channel. Which channel are you watching it from?
CBS.
CBS?
Yeah. Regular CBS.
Oh, okay.
Regular CBS bringing it. Yeah. It's on Paramount too, but CBS is bringing it. So I'm watching on 2 channels because Paramount's a little bit more delayed, so I can see replay.
Right.
But no, it's CBS. Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, man. Much thanks. All right.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
All right, then. I'll see you on the line.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, people. So these are the stats. I'm not going to go into the video stats because I'm not sure they worded. You know what? Let me just do this. Let's keep doing this. So if you see the scores here, the only people who have 7s are Havertz and Gabriel. Everybody's a 6 or below. Now, if you look at the game, if you look at this game, so everybody's, Mark, Vitinha, Neves, Ruiz. Why am I keep calling Ruiz Ramos? There are no outstanding play on the Arsenal side offensively, but defensively we've been extremely well organized, very solid, pressing periodically, but we're not pressing madly, or we're not pressing without sense, I would say, but we're pressing smartly. I do think the press should start just over the halfway line in PSG half versus down in their 18, because they're looking for quick transition. They're looking to break us. I'm surprised when the midfield aren't making more dribbles to break through the line, but it's difficult when you condense the field and you're stacked up in your own half for them to penetrate. So we're blocking all the gaps. We're playing the spaces well and very effective. Offensively, which I was concerned about, we're not doing much. But we have had 2 clear-cut chances. One which were taken. Which was taken, I should say. Right? We had 2 clear-cut chances. The one that Havertz had where he had a 1-2 from Ødegaard and he got in and goal. If his touch was better, he'd have shot before Marquinhos blocked the shot. But it's a good play by Marquinhos. We have seen some good blocks in the box by Gabriel against a number of PSG players. The last one by Vitinha. So the game is even poised, actually. I think we have an opportunity to win this game. Stamina and tiredness are going to be factors later on because apparently the heat is probably oppressive. That's why they had a hydration break. And also, you can only defend for so long until you get tired. Mascara has done a really good job so far. I was concerned about. That was my biggest concern, given Kvaratskhelia, how well he's been playing against Mascara. But I think whether it's Saliba, whether it's Rice, whether it's Saka, have all been doing really well in covering and helping out Mascara. And also on the other side of the field, the same thing. The one dribble made in the game was by Lewis Kelly, who got by 2 or 3 players, played it out wide to Saka and created a cross where Saka crossed the ball and Havertz was nowhere to be found. I would expect later in the second half a Gyökeres to join the fray, for Eze to join the fray, maybe even Califiori to join the fray, and maybe even Timber. But right now, Mascara is playing well enough to be on the field. PSG have been very dominant in terms of they're playing more out of the right side between Makimi and Doué and Dembélé. And I'm surprised they're not more balanced in their attack. Tuffy Rudy, how you doing, Tuffy? What's up, Tuffy? See, Tuffy, it's been a good day now. Good day, Tuffy, good day. We can't complain, I mean, we could complain about us needing to be more offensively potent and be able to keep the ball better. But it's all about the outcome. If we win playing this way, I'm fine. Not next year, though, but this year. See, people, there are long benches. I'm sure Barcola will make an entry. I'm sure Ramos will make an entry. I'm sure Zaire Emery will make an entry at some point. And for Arsenal, I would expect we may bring on Madueke at some point, because I'm sure Saka may get tired. I expect Eze to come on. I expect we'll see what happens if they think about Marino, for example, who's not playing any football this year, so it's kind of a difficult game to put him in. I expect Martinelli to come on. In fact, I'd probably put on Martinelli earlier than later. We need speed in behind, and he's brilliant defensively. But if you just join us, it's Arsenal versus PSG. It's the Champions League final. Arsenal leading by 1 goal to the end. Come, people, you can't ring the phone line. The phone line is running. You want to have a say? If you're an Arsenal hater and you want us to lose, you can call in. And if you're an Arsenal supporter, it's a good time to have your say because you're leading. Right? Right now, we just want the ref to blow off the game like he did at halftime. I think the ref is frustrated with our delaying tactics, and therefore that's why he didn't give us that corner, which is not cool. That's not cool, referee, at all. I don't think that's cool. Not at all. But I'm not. I can't say I'm enjoying the game. What I would say is that I'm enjoying the scoreline. Big difference. I don't like my team being pushed back and just defending. I think I was watching a program on Talk Sports where one of the Talk Sports hosts indicated that when Arteta first joined Arsenal back in just before in COVID time period, I think it was about 2020, and when he took Emery's team and got us to the final of the FA Cup, and he was asked about the strategy he employed because we soaked up pressure against Man City and against Chelsea. We beat Chelsea in the final. They asked him why he employed the strategy he did, and he said, well, he doesn't like to play that way, but he did it because he wanted a positive outcome, which I think is what's happening today. So the complaints we have had this season about our style of play, I don't think that's how he necessarily wants to play, but he has to be practical and derive a formula that's going to allow you to be successful. And so far, it's worked this season. There have been difficult times along the way in terms of how we have played and outcomes and how we struggled, but he got over the line in the Premier League. And right now, he's halfway to his destination. PSG is a very dangerous team. We watched PSG played Bayern Munich. We saw how explosive they can be. Bayern had much more possession than we did, actually, and was much more able to get behind PSG, push them on the back foot. We seem to have just given up possession, and I think we could do more, actually. What PSG has done, though, they're very aggressive defensively. So when you get the ball, there are three men on you right away. But I do think if I was at Arteta, I would... The first change I'd make is Trossard and put Martinelli in. And I would also think about, at some point, putting Eze for Ødegaard. But tell Eze that he can't just stroll around the park. He has to put in a foot. But we don't have anybody who's going to score from outside the box apart from Eze, frankly. But it's hot. And if it's that hot, you got to make some changes. We have Calafiori on the bench. We have Merino on the bench. We have Zubimendi. We have a long, very good bench with players who are interchangeable. And if Arsenal win the Champions League, that means English team would have won all the European Cups, actually. Crystal Palace won the Conference League. Villa won the Europa League. And Arsenal is now trying to win the Champions League. Players are coming back out. We're going to commence the second half of the game between Arsenal and PSG. Arsenal leading by 1-0. And by the way, if you're in the chat and you haven't hit the like button, I would ask you to please do so. I see Arteta walking down. Players are running back on the field. I'm sure PSG is probably pushing to figure out a way to break this stellar defense. So it's going to be tough. Peter says, good position at halftime. Make changes and hit them on the counter. Yeah, but we need speed to hit them on the counter. That's where Martinelli comes in. One second, people. Give me 1 second. I have to respond to this. So the game is back on. PSG pressure in Arsenal. Nothing new. If you see the first half stats, PSG had what? 76% possession? We can't afford that. Throwing to the Arsenal. Deep in their own half. Referee gave him a yellow card. I know this was going to happen. You can't afford a yellow card. It's dumb. It's dumb. Been saying that. You can't afford a yellow card. It's dumb. Throw the damn ball and stop shaking your head like you're an idiot. Throw the ball. You can't afford a yellow card. It was going to come. That's why the ref didn't give the corner at halftime. And for Arteta not to tell you guys that is stupid. Can't believe you took a yellow card there. And you played against such a tricky winger. And you're going to be all surprised. You're going to get a yellow card because you don't want to throw the damn ball. You're taking too long. I'm sure PSG probably complained to the ref at halftime. It's dumb. So now you run the risk of getting another yellow. Arsenal coming forward. And this is Saliba. Got fouled. Free kick to the Arsenal. In the middle of the... And Saliba has been dribbling forward a couple of times this game. Middle of the PSG half. Probably showing his midfielder what they need to do. So what are we doing? Did a foul against Saliba or what? Okay, against PSG. Got to make these count. Rice plays it out to Trossard. He's out there one-on-one. We don't have enough men in the box. Trossard plays it back to Rice. Rice cross in the box, headed out by PSG. Back to Rice. He plays it out to Trossard. There's a lot of pressure. Ball played up to Lewis Kelly. Lewis Kelly turns it back, looking to go over the top. Does. Trying to find Trossard. Headed out, throw into the Arsenal. Let's take the throw quickly, people. And Kranky coming forward. Plays it out to Havertz. Havertz goes down, trying to cross. Trying to hit it off. Trossard plays it out to Rice. Why PSG look like they have like 15 men on the field? Seriously. Ball into Ødegaard. Ødegaard is just not in this game. He's just not in the game. A bad turnover. I don't know why Mascara took that yellow card. That's not a good yellow card. We already lost a Champions League final on a red card to Lehmann way back when. You can't afford a yellow card. Not against this team. Here comes Dembélé trying to do something. Arsenal now pressing high. A little bit disjointed press. We're in the 48th minute of play. Arsenal 1, PSG 0. Here comes PSG. Svetinha is dribbling through the middle of the park. Arsenal chasing him. Good win. Oh, Saliba got kicked off the ball. It's not good. Here comes Saka trying to go long, find Havertz. Havertz pushed down. Should be a foul against PSG. Referee says no. Referee not giving those fouls. I don't think this referee likes Arsenal. Cross over the top. Too long. Should be goal kick to the Arsenal. This referee doesn't like Arsenal. Havertz is getting fouled all game and he's not calling it. Arsenal playing the slow down tactic. The referee doesn't like it, so he's not going to give you those calls. That's why we need goalkeepers on the field to bully them. If he's going to allow those things to go, then they got to get bullied. Ball played to Ryan. Goes long. Over the top. Trying to find Saliba. Trying to find Saka, sorry. Saka beat his man, but I guess it's a throw in to PSG. 50th minute of play. Arsenal leading PSG by 1-0. Arsenal players are warming up vigorously. Now, normally you warm up just after the 50-minute mark, so he's going to make some changes. I think Ødegaard can be substituted. I think Trossard can be substituted. We need more speed on the field. Arsenal pressing high up the field, but then they're spacing behind the first line of defense, and they've broken that space. And what they have done second half is decided to dribble. They're going to dribble by the defense versus just trying to pass by the defense. So then they're going to commit people. Here comes Dembélé trying to beat his man Kranky, who wins it. And try to go long, trying to find Havertz. Ball play back to the keeper. Havertz trying to pressure. Here comes PSG again. Good pressure by Arsenal. Force them all the way back to Savanoff. Good pressure by Arsenal. Referee call a foul. So how you call a foul on that? You don't call a foul when Havertz getting fouled. What is the referee doing? That's a foul? You know, so many times I see Arsenal players get fouled and you don't call it. Here comes PSG. So I'm like Ruiz playing right back for them, you know. It's not like he's not playing midfield. They're pushing Dembélé up and they're pushing Mendes up. And Belly drop back sometimes and then he goes wide. And he's supposed to be playing the false nine, so that's interesting. Foul throw. I haven't seen a foul throw in years. Let me see this again. I gotta see this. Ball play over the top. Keeper headed it down. The keeper like to get out the goal, doesn't he? Saka the ball into Havertz. Havertz just got... Havertz got a simple ball to control and the ball run by him. Simple ball to control. Arsenal is now pressing way up the field. I wonder what the strategy is to do that. I wonder what the strategy is. I'm not sure that's the right strategy. Would win by Arsenal pressure. Raya goes long. Referee called foul against Trossard. Trossard make look short man like Vitinha win him in a battle. That's not good. Here comes PSG again. Kvaratskhelia now has, he should be going at Mascara, who has a yellow card. Throwing to PSG. Saka doing a very good job of helping to protect Mascara, actually. Arsenal are pressing quite a bit, but we only pressing with two people. So then, and you get 3 against 2, it's easy to play around them. Here come Dembélé, 1-on-1 against Nkape. Plays the ball in the box, looking for the 1-2. Ball cross out goes to Saka. Saka has a bad touch. Oh, and he wins it back. Here comes Ødegaard, and referee calls a foul. What's he calling? He's giving a yellow card to Saka. I don't know what this ref is doing, people. This is a joke. I don't know what this ref is doing. Because the PSG player gonna fall down and like he's hurt? That's a foul? And he gave him a yellow card? I didn't see that. Maybe I missed something. He touched the ball. He didn't touch the man. He went for the ball. Let me see this again. He didn't foul him. He didn't even foul him. He got a yellow card. That's not a foul. Because Doe is on the ground riding around and crying like a little, that's not a foul. Stop. He stepped on top of the ball. He didn't foul him. The ref is anti-Arsenal. That's very obvious now. I guess maybe because we're delaying, slowing the game down. He's anti-Arsenal. All this call is calls are supporting PSG. That's ridiculous. I don't see that foul a while ago. Free kick to PSG. It's a dangerous position. It's a good distance out, but it's probably almost perfect, actually. Maybe 2 yards too deep to score from there, but we'll see what happens. I see Dembélé, I see Hakimi. It's Hakimi. Good save by Raya, trying to go far post, low and hard, and come up by Raya. We're in the 55th minute of play. Arsenal leading by. Referee saying, Havertz, you got to get your ass up, Havertz. You fall down too much. So many Gokers in the game. You're on the ground too much, Havertz. You're 6'4". Let them little small Marquinhos pushing you down. Mascara 1-on-1 out there with Doe. Doe comes back to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia goes inside to Vitinha. He comes wide. Here comes PSG again. Arsenal covering all the gaps. Ball into Hakimi. Go to Vitinha. Goes all the way out to Mendes. He's coming forward. Is that Doe? Can't even see really well. Kvaratskhelia trying to play the ball in between the line. Good pressure by Arsenal, but good move by Dembélé. And now Mascara has to be very careful. He's put a foot in. Get an unnecessary yellow. We're in the 56 minutes of play. Arsenal leading PSG by 1-0. PSG coming forward again. Kvaratskhelia out there one-on-one with Saka going on the line. Cross all the way overhead and picked up by Trossard. And Trossard is pulled down. That's a foul. The ref doesn't call it. Good win by Trossard. Trossard, where are you going? Ball played up top. Havertz has it with his man one-on-one. Should be able to hold this ball up. And ref gonna call him a foul. Havertz, you're just, and then PSG gonna roll around like he's hurt. Come on, Arteta, make the goddamn change. You're annoying me now. Havertz needs to go. I know he scored, but he needs to go. Yeah, he did put his elbow in the guy's shoulder. We need Gokers up there with that physicality and that speed. Havertz is just not doing it. Havertz not doing it. Sorry, he's just not. That was not good by the Arsenal wall, by the way. Bless up, sir. Good afternoon. Here comes PSG again. We're in the 57th minute. Arsenal 1, PSG 0. Hakimi coming forward. Enrique giving a lot of instructions. They can do it. And this is Ruiz. Plays it into Doe, back to Marquinhos. Arsenal is very deep. But trying to go over the top. Good play by Saka. Good defending by Saka. Saka defends really well. Really, really well. He's really helping out Mascara in this game. Really covering our men as well. Arsenal is well prepared for this game. Defensively, they're extremely organized. Extremely organized. Goal kick by Raya over the top. And it's out of bounds, throwing to PSG. No, the Jamaica team is at the stadium, actually. I don't think they're watching any game. They're at the stadium. They have a game to play. They're not watching this. Good pressure by... a little bit of good pressure. I do think he has to make some changes, though. At the 68th minute mark. You got to take out Havertz. We need Gokers up there to bully people. Right now, that's not happening. Havertz is getting bullied. Ødegaard trying to pressure. So we're pressuring them just in the middle of their half. They're trying to play around us. Good pressure by Nkape, pressuring Dembélé. Dembélé tried to cross it. Good pressure by Saka on Kvaratskhelia. Arsenal really putting on the pressure now. Good tackle by Arsenal. Try to win the ball as Havertz. And PSG is getting rough. The ref is calling a foul against Arsenal. And Saka is asking him how. And Arteta is losing his mind. The referee is becoming a joke. Seriously. He's calling the game one way. That's not a foul. Not because the man because he got knocked off the ball. It's not a foul. Saka blocked him. The referee is getting ridiculous. It's becoming so obvious that he's blowing against one team. I don't like to cry about referee, but it's ridiculous. Here comes PSG. And they're getting in behind, actually. Ball cross. Played up Arsenal to Lewis Kelly. Over the top, trying to find Saka. That's not there. Here comes PSG again. Arsenal scrambling. We're out of position. Kvaratskhelia is going to go behind. Mascara, good pressure by Mascara. Blocked it. Corner to PSG. We're under pressure. Arteta, you need changes, Arteta. You need changes, Arteta. You need changes, Arteta. You need changes. Trust me. You need to take off Havertz and put on that Titanic. Ball punched up by Raya. And here comes PSG again. Vitinha. PSG trying to play a 1-2. Oh no, penalty. Dumb! Dumb as hell. You could see that coming. Dumb as hell. You can't tackle there. You can't do that. You can't do that. Did he call a penalty? He called a penalty, didn't he? Are you saying no? Let's see it. Let's see it. And VAR is going to see it. That was not a smart place by Mascara. That's not smart. You got to read the 1-2 there. You got to read the 1-2. You got to read the 1-2. Kvaratskhelia has a big cut on his knee. You have to read the 1-2 there. Let me see this again. It looked like he fouled him to me. Yeah, he fouled. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. He's got to read the 1-2. Yep, he's a penalty. It's a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. He blocked him. That was dumb. That's dumb defense. It's poor defending. Poor defending. Poor defending. Poor defending. You got to read the 1-2. The 1-2 was very obvious. You knew it was coming. Probably even a yellow card too. Yeah. He did a good job of blocking him. It's a penalty. Not smart defending, people. The 1-2 was as obvious as day. It'll be a penalty. Yeah, it's poor. Poor defending. Poor defending. The 1-2 was very obvious. 1-2 was obvious. Mascara, but he's a center back. He's too slow. Check over. Yeah, it's clear penalty. It's dumb. Dumb defending. Dumb defending, people. Dumb defending. You can see that coming too. It's not smart defending. Can't afford to defend like that. You can't defend like that. That's poor defending. But he's not a right back. So, and he's done well. We see that coming. That should never have happened. And Arteta, you need to make some change, Arteta. This is not rocket science. You have this good bench and you just sit on your ass there not making any changes. First of all, Havertz is out of the game. He's not doing anything. We know he scored. Ødegaard is not in the game. You need some fresh legs and some more creativity on the field. It's not rocket science. This game management is always poor anyway. That was poor defending by Mascara. That 1-2 should never occur. He could have got a yellow card on that. You need to change Mascara right after this. Change the right back. He has a yellow card. He could have given him another yellow card for that play. Change the right back. Yeah, he's going to score. It's 1-1. I just don't like Arteta game management. Game management is not good. Not good. Change your right back, Arteta. He has a yellow card. Change your right back. It's not rocket science, Arteta. That penalty should not have occurred. Mascara has to read the 1-2 there. Raya dived the wrong way. It wasn't a great penalty. Just dived the wrong way. That was a good penalty. See it in the second run. If he died right, we have a chance to save it. Now we ain't creating. We need some change, Arteta. That's why you buy all these players this season. Make some changes. It's hard to watch this. You're not making any changes. Ødegaard's done in the game. Havertz is overwhelmed. Make some changes. Mascara should be off. Put on Timber. He's on the bench. Then let him go stay home. You'll put him on the bench then. It's frustrating. Not rocket science. Mascara without a yellow. Could have gotten a yellow card. So now he's putting on Timber. Right after the fact. Martinelli should be on. Mascara should be off. Trossard should be off. This is not rocket science. He's going to put on Gyökeres for Havertz. You should have made a change already. I called it a long time ago. This should have happened. It's not rocket science. You don't want to take off your captain either. Take off Ødegaard and put on Eze. We need some more creativity in the middle of the park. Martinelli should be on. Oh, Trossard is coming off. Who's coming on? So we're taking off. What are we doing? We're taking off Ødegaard and put on Gyökeres. So we want to keep Havertz on the field. To do what? Really? So now you're going to play to win. You want, I don't know. Ødegaard should come off the field from halftime. He wasn't in the game. We're in the 66th minute, throw into the Arsenal. Game tied at 1. Penalty scored by Dembélé off an awful defending play by Mascara. Awful. He got a yellow card. Should have been off the field when he got a yellow card. Arsenal in the box, trying to come forward. We're going to play to win now. He ain't playing to defend. Lewis Kelly coming forward. What's wrong with this referee? What's wrong with this referee? I don't understand. What, you just blow against Arsenal players if they touch the ball? I don't know what's wrong with this referee. Seriously. It was an awful penalty to give up by Mascara, though. Awful. So Arsenal coming forward. Ball played over top, trying to find Gyökeres. Ball played over by PSG. It's going to be more of a scrambleless game now. Hopefully Timber is fit. I'd love to have seen Eze come on instead of Ødegaard, but he put on Gyökeres. I'll take off Havertz. Havertz was not doing anything in the game to be on the field. He scored, yeah, but it's not like he's involved in the game and holding the ball up and I don't know. Here comes PSG again. I think we're trying to press now. We're playing more of an open game. We're going to be more open now. But we're trying to win. We're no longer defending a lead. And they're playing through us. And we're getting tired. And here they come. Cross in the box, corner to PSG. So I guess Eze may not get a kick in the final. I'd have taken off Havertz. I don't see what Havertz doing out there to be on the field, seriously. PSG hasn't made a change yet. I don't remember us getting a corner in this game. Here comes PSG again. Ball cross in the box, wide, should be out of bounds. Corner to the Arsenal. We're in the what minute we're in. Arsenal players can just look on. It's a really bad decision by Mascara. Really bad decision. We have another, what we call hydration break. If you just join us, we're watching Arsenal versus PSG Champions League Final. Score tied at 1. I think you can say PSG has been a better team by a good margin. But while there's life, there is hope. While there's life, there's hope. It's a hydration break. Trossard getting some service. What has Trossard done to be on the field still? Why is Martinelli not on the field? I never like Arteta game management. I've called it out for years. Just it's very obvious to me. You need some speed on the field. And somebody who has more athleticism than Trossard. Trossard didn't do nothing in the game to be on the field. What's he do? Unless he's going to contribute offensively, take him off. Wow. Ball played out over the top. Arsenal trying to pressure. Arsenal coming forward is Trossard looking to shoot. make a bad decision. And here comes PSG. Yeah, the game is open now. That was not a difficult ball to be played by Trossard. I'm not sure what he was doing. Ball played up by Raya to nobody. Awful play by Raya. Here comes PSG. Awful play by Raya. Awful by Raya. Awful by Raya. I have no idea what he's doing. Awful play by Raya. Almost gave away an opportunity there. PSG passed the ball to nobody. Arsenal losing it a little bit. I have no idea what Raya was doing. And Gabriel doing a good job of covering up. PSG coming forward again. Kvaratskhelia against Timber. It's a better matchup. Trying to go by Timber, going down the line, comes inside. Trying to cross. Arsenal has 3 players out there. Please, Arteta, please take off Havertz. Please take off Havertz. I know he's your baby. I know you love him to death, but take him off. Put Eze in the game. Please put Eze in the game, Arteta. We're in the 73rd minute of play. Arsenal versus PSG. Score tied at 1. Arsenal just keep going long. Ball out to Havertz. Havertz pressuring his man. He got behind him. He plays it into Saka. Oh, he missed an opportunity there. He did a good job of fighting off the defender. I got to see that again. Why wasn't that ball rolling easy to Saka by Havertz? I'm not sure what happened. Here comes PSG again. Coming forward is Hakimi. Out to Doué. Back to Vitinha. They're just playing it around now. Looking for opportunity to penetrate and get behind the Arsenal defense. It's going to be hard for us to win this game because we scored on a 1 breakaway in the first half. We've created nothing. Their keeper has made 1 save. And to give a penalty in that situation was not smart. Here comes PSG. Good win by Nkape. Plays it inside to Gyökeres. To Havertz. He has a chance to go inside and should pass the ball to Rice. What is he doing? What's he doing? He's turning around like a gig. Play the ball to Rice in front of you. Ball back to Trossard. And he's going to turn around as he normally does because he has to take 10 touches off the ball. He had Rice running. Just give Rice the ball to go ahead. Trossard has to caress the ball and turn the ball. And that's what Trossard does. You just need to roll the ball into Rice. The defense is backing up. When you get opportunities, you got to take them. Crazy. Free kick to the Arsenal. Way too far to do anything with it. Here comes Arsenal. Play ball to Saka, back to Havertz. Go all the way back to Raya. PSG pressuring. Raya trying to go along. Goes along over the top. Ball play up by PSG, thrown to the Arsenal. Plays into Gyökeres. Gyökeres shield the ball really well. Goes back to Trossard. Trossard back to Gyökeres. Gyökeres trying to go back to Trossard. Trossard going over the top. Ball headed out PSG. Back to Trossard. If you can shoot, Trossard shoot. Plays it out to Nkape. Nkape, good cross in the box. Played out, ball controlled by Timber. Timber coming forward, plays it to Saka. Saka got put it on his penalty spot, Saka. Don't try to go down the wing, go to the penalty spot. Saka comes inside, looking to shoot. He shoots and it's blocked. Ball headed up by Lewis Kelly. To Rice. Back to, wow, that was Timber coming in. Also coming forward again. Saka should go wide. Saka had the man wide of him and should just have gone wide with that ball and didn't. And now Arsenal is open. It's 3 against 3 now. 3 against 4. Kvaratskhelia coming forward. Saliba pressuring him. Shot, ball off the bar. Arsenal making too many bad mistakes offensively. Saka had the ball to do something with it. And his mistake almost led to a goal. They're looking for transition. And you can't make those kind of mistakes. Saka had the ball across and he's trying to do something. Not what he's trying to do. And then Saliba came poorly and missed the header. You cannot afford that, Saliba. The ball got blocked by Lewis Kelly and hit the upright. Here comes PSG again. We're making too many mistakes late in the game. Ball crossing the box, headed out. Corner to PSG again. We're in the 78th minute. I guess Eze won't get in the game today. Ball, poor corner taken by PSG. Goal kick. Arsenal coming forward. Ball played to out to Saka. Saka needs to go far post. Needs to go inside. Saka keep turning the ball over. Has the ball to play and he just keep making mistakes with the ball. And then Lewis Kelly got dispossessed because he doesn't realize where he is. We're making too many mistakes. Too many mistakes, people. Too many mistakes. And Saka is not doing anything in the game. Just look. Just making bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. Maybe we need to put Madueke in or something. He's just making too many bad decisions. And Lewis Kelly didn't realize that a player was on him, didn't know where he was on the field. We're going to give something away by making all these bad decisions. That's not good. Yeah, it's pressure moments. We're making too many bad decisions. Madueke is going to come on. Saka is just making mistake after mistake after mistake. Martinelli coming on. That should have been done already. Eze will not get in the game today. Martinelli should have come on for Trossard. And Saka is not having a good game. Here comes Arsenal pressuring. We have 4 people up. The game is wide open now. We're going to make a mistake because now we're wide open and they're great on the counter. Here comes PSG. It's Arteta. I believe this game is too quick for Eze, so he's not going to get in the game time today. But Martinelli should have been on already. And Saka has been poor. Like, really poor. He's done nothing today. Defensively, he's been great, but nothing offensively. Nothing. In a big game like this, you need your big players to step up. He hasn't stepped up. Here comes PSG. Just trying to control the game, maintaining possession again. Hakimi to Ruiz, back to Marquinhos, and he goes wide. And here comes PSG. They have space and time. Kvaratskhelia trying to beat 4 men. Good pressure by Arsenal. Here comes, is this Timber? And he runs into trouble. We're not thinking. We're just running like mad people, running into trouble. Here comes Doe. Let him go inside. He crosses. Ball out of bounds. Corner to the Arsenal. We should make the changes now, actually. I still can't believe Havertz is on the field. Make the changes now. Don't wait. I know it's a corner kick and you like to make changes on corner kick, but make the changes now. It's got to be for Trossard and Saka. This ref has been awful. Ball headed over the bar. Goal kick to the Arsenal. Come on, referee, make the changes. So we have Trossard coming on. Change should have been made already. A little bit late. He didn't play that well to be on the field for that long. And Madueke will come on should be for Saka. Saka has not had a good game. In fact, he's been poor, to be honest. Kvaratskhelia has been taken off of Barcola. That's rare. He's been quiet today. He got the penalty. Just off bad defending, to be honest. Arsenal come forward. Havertz has it. Ball played out. Gyökeres pressuring. Gyökeres trying to shield it. Looking for a pass. Goes back to Nkapé. Nkapé goes all the way back to Gabriel. Gabriel back to Nkapé. Nkapé trying to go over the top. Goes to Havertz. Back to Nkapé. Nkapé coming forward. Plays it into... Try to get a 1-2 into Gyökeres. Arsenal pressuring. Throw into Arsenal. Taken by Rice. We're in the 83rd minute of play. Score tied at 1. Long throw by headed over. Oh, that was close. That ball played wide out to Arsenal. Tried to play a 1-2. Oh, that was Madueke with a really bad pass, actually. Good play by Raya. Brilliant by Raya. Wow, that was close. On Barcola, that was close. And Arsenal and Raya throw the ball away. Here come PSG again. We're making mistakes after mistakes after mistakes. Good win by Arsenal. Ball into. That was poor by Martinelli. Got dispossessed. Here comes PSG with a shot. Ball blocked. Martinelli chasing. We're in the 85th minute of play. Score tied at 1. The game is anybody's game at this moment. Arteta is a good coach. I just don't like his game management. I've been saying it for years. I think his substitution pattern is challenged sometimes. Here comes PSG. And Kappa should have anticipated that. Here comes PSG again. PSG dominate possession, but it's not like they create a ton of chances. Arsenal have done really well defensively. 86 minutes of play, score tied at 1. Here comes PSG again. Okay, he's going to try to go outside. Good move. Ball blocked out of bounds. Corner to PSG. That was really good by Raya, though, to win that ball. Corner by Dembélé, ball played out, headed out by Madueke, headed out again by Arsenal. Here comes Martinelli. Arsenal has numbers. It's 3 against 3. Martinelli coming forward. He plays. Oh, poor pass. Oh, no. What a horrible pass by Martinelli. You can't give away those situations. He could dribble that ball and force the defense to come to him. Something I don't like about Martinelli. He got speed, but his brain doesn't work well sometimes. He can't make that kind of mistake, Martinelli. He's going to get a chance in this game because PSG is pushing forward and he got the speed. But he has to show some composure in that situation. Jesus. We have the 2 speeds in our team are the ones who make the worst decision in the field between Madueke and Martinelli. Here comes PSG again. Though they're trying to beat Nkape while crossing the box. Headed out by, it looked like Timber. Cross again over. Headed out by, is that Hakimi? Goal kick to the Arsenal. We are in. We get into crunch time. We are in the, what minute are we in? '88 minutes of play. Score tied at 1. Come on, Arsenal. We just need 1 and lock it down and go home. And by the way, people following this game, we're going to be having the Jamaica versus Nigeria watch along. And by the way, this game may run over. Looks like it's going to run over. So that Nigeria versus Jamaica watch along may be delayed quite a bit. Raya with a kick down the field. Gokares trying to play a 1-2. That didn't work. Here comes. Arsenal is isolated 1-on-1. Good play. Oh, just over the bar. Wow. How come? Where's our left back? Why is Gabriel so isolated in that play? That doesn't make any sense. We can't afford to give up a goal in the last minute. That would not be good. Raya is down. I guess they're probably taking a break. Yeah, and Nkape was jogging as if he's running on coal. There was no Nkape, there's no Rice. I'm not sure I understand that one. The Uni Cup coverage may be affected by this game. Raya is down and he's milking it. We're in the 90th minute of play. Arsenal versus PSG. Game tied at 1. Arsenal scored early first half in the first 7 minutes of play. Goal by Havertz, a breakaway. And then Mascara gave away what I consider to be an asinine penalty. It's 8 minutes of extra time. 8 minutes. Really a bad penalty to give away. Yeah, well, at least we didn't get a lot of goals as people anticipated. After watching Bayern against PSG, then realize that Arsenal plays defense. We have only given up 7 goals in the Champions League this season. That was a bad decision by Mascara, just bad decision. After I got the yellow, I tried to probably should have changed him. Yellow card suggests that, you know what? You can't play against these skillful wingers. But he has to read that 1-2 there. I see the Joker at the game. It's a celebrity game, frankly. So we're in the 8 minutes of extra time. So 6 minutes, not 8 minutes. I thought it was 8. 6 minutes of extra time. It looks like we're going, I wouldn't say extra time. And let's see if we're going to go past the 96 minutes after this. Ball played up by why we just give the ball away like that? Why we do that? Rice, why we just give the ball away like that? That pass was never there. And if the forward, instead of Madueke coming to you to get the ball, Madueke play football brainlessly, seriously. He got the speed, can be a danger to the opponent, but also to himself. That's just brainless. Rice needed help. He can come back to help Rice get the ball. And then Dembélé looked like he's having some problems with his hamstring. He may need to be changed. I would not be complaining. Yeah, he's walking like he's on stilts. Thrown by PSG. Ball headed out. All right, he's trying to go over the top. Fighting Gokares, trying to find a 1-2. Did a good job of trying to win the ball back. Gokares has to do a better job of that. Stop the ball, Gokares, then make the pass. Don't try to make the pass in the middle of the ball coming to you. Stop the ball, then roll it off to your link-up play needs to improve. I like how you bully defenders, but your link-up play has to improve. You can't be the starting center forward next year when you can't link the play up. That ball a while ago was an easy 1-2. Here comes PSG. It looked like Ramos is going to come on for Dembélé. PSG coming forward again. Sakimi. Arsenal is back in that defensive shape again. Here we go again. We got out of it earlier when we were trying to get the goal, and now we are too deep and way back. Here comes PSG again. Doué dancing. Cross. Ball out of bounds. Come back to Doué. Crosses again. Mendes to Pacho. Back to Marquinhos. Here comes PSG again. Good tackle there by Martinelli. So it's Marquinhos all the way across field to ball is all the way out to Barcola. We made Kvaratskhelia look ordinary today, people. Even though he got the penalty, which is really a bad play by really a bad play by Mascara. Here comes PSG again. We have 2 minutes leaving extra time. They made me miss the first half of the Jamaica game. Here comes PSG again. They dominated possession again. Arsenal trying to win the ball back, but not able to do so. Yeah, the ball outside the box. He's going to go inside, try to shoot. Play over the top. Good ball. Headed out. Here comes Madueke. He just got to run by his man. He plays it into Havertz. Havertz is tripped up. Free kick to Arsenal. Should be a yellow card. Yep. Deliberate tripped up. That looked like Neves. Yep. Yeah, Neves tripped him up there. We were getting the break and he stopped the break. Only 1 more minute leaving in regular time. Yeah, he just chopped him down. Dembélé is off. And Ramos is on. I changed a little bit late. Dembélé looked like he was feeling some pressure. So the game is evenly poised. We're in the 96th minute. And we have almost played 6 minutes of the extra time, which is all that's allotted. And the score is tied at 1. This may go to penalties, the way it's going. Arsenal have really stifled the PSG attack. All this brilliant football we hear about, show you what a good defense can do. Ball headed up by Arsenal. Headed up, control. Oh, ball into Gabriel. Should go wide. He should go wide. Does to Martinelli, who crosses in the box. Headed down by Arsenal. Played up by PSG. Back to Arsenal. Ball played out. Controlled by Madueke. He has 2 men on him. He goes inside to Timber. Timber. has a chance to go back to Saliba crosses, headed up by PSG. Rice miss, and here comes PSG, and they have numbers. Arsenal struggling. We gotta be very careful about that counter because they're so quick. That was just a poor cross by Saliba. That ball was to no one, and then Rice missed it, and there they go. They're looking to counter. So when Timber is forward, Barcola is going to be open. And it was a poor shot by Barcola. He should have tried to cut it back. I think we are now at full time, 1-1 in Champions League Final. Take a breather. Go to your refrigerator, get some juice. We're going to extra time. I thought we'd have enough time for the Jamaica game, but I guess not. Because if 30 minutes come and we don't get to a final outcome, then we'll be going to penalties. So if you just join us, we are in extra time. We're going past the 90 minutes. We're now going to 120. Champions League Final, Arsenal versus PSG. PSG has dominated possession. Arsenal has come into the game more in the second half. Second half was much better than the first half, actually. Much, much better. But still, it's like us playing against Man City. I guess we learn our lesson over the year. You're going to suffer. You're going to suffer and suffer a lot. I think we have held our own in the second half. What changes before the game talking about? What change you talking about before the game? So let's see. Let's bring up some stats. So stats, possession stats didn't get much better. Can you imagine you play a whole game, you get 25% possession? Big chances. PSG expected goal. They expect to score at least 2 and us 0.35. They have had 3 big chances. We have had 1. I think we have had 2. We're not 1. We've had 2. Total shots, they have had 18. We have had 4. Raya's made 2 saves. Corners, they have 10. We don't have a single corner. Fouls, we have 12. They have 3 passes. They have 647 to our 214. Tackles is 16-6. Free kicks, we have had more free kicks, which is interesting since we have had much more fouls called against us. Let's see what the player numbers are. Havertz, Rice have over 7. Gabriel should have over 7. I'm not sure why it's 6.8. And then PSG has 3 players, Dembélé, Neves, and Kvaratskhelia, who has over 7. I don't think Kvaratskhelia played that well, to be honest. He got a penalty, but I don't think he was his normal dominant self. People were talking about him for Ballon d'Or. If you make mascara market the game, then I don't know. It's not a good look. Not a good look. I was hoping to watch a Jamaica game. You know, I should bring the Jamaica game up on my other channel, actually. I think I'll do that. So I can switch over as soon as the game is done. We'll probably catch Jamaica game in the middle of the first half, I would think. Depending on if we go to penalties or not. Frankly, we didn't give away that penalty. We had a 1-1 nothing. That was a bad penalty to give up. Really bad penalty. Like, that should never have occurred. Should never have occurred. Eze looked like he's going to be on, actually. Is Eze on? I see Eze out there. Is Havertz on and Eze on? That change should have been made already. Yeah, that's just a bad... He's trying to tackle with his left foot. I mean... And Kvaratskhelia was so smart, he put his right foot in front of his left foot. A lot of people watching the Jamaica game, actually. I see where there's 281 people watching the JFF channel already. So I guess they're not watching Champions League Final. Eze is on for Lewis Kelly. Interesting change. Really interesting change. So Arteta, Zubimendi is on. Eze is on. So he's now using his bench. Trossard is off. Lewis Kelly is off. Who else is off? Havertz is off. So we have some fresh legs on the field. PSG's only made a couple of changes. We have made more changes. So Rice is not the captain. So right now you have a bench. We have fresh legs on the field. Fresh legs and speed. Speed in Martinelli. Speed in Madueke. Sometimes foolish speed. Skill in Eze. Composure in Zubimendi. So we play a double pivot between Zubimendi and Rice. Eze will play the 10. He's got 30 minutes to show why we bought him for £67 million. How much change we have made? About 5 or 6. Ball is off. Our game is off, I should say. Ball played into Martinelli. Got dispossessed. Foul against Neves by Martinelli. Come on, Martinelli. You got to be able to beat these people and go by them. That's why we have speed on the field. And PSG got to be tired by now. Tired of passing the ball. I think we have just as good a defensive, we have a better defensive team on the field. So let's see how that works. We're in the first minute of the extra 30 minutes between Arsenal and PSG. Game tied at 1. And we have a lot of speed on the field now, so that should help. Arsenal back Rice to Timber. Come back. He plays it out to Rice. Rice inside to Eze. Eze plays it out to Madueke. Madueke coming forward. He'll be able to cross in the box. Madueke crosses, played up by first corner for Arsenal of the day. That speed is going to be a difference maker in this. Between Martinelli on one side, Madueke, that speed will be a difference maker. Madueke didn't even look up, though. You got to look up to cross the ball. He didn't even look up. That's one thing about Madueke. He doesn't play with his brain. He's got speed, and that will work. That'll put pressure on the defense for PSG. Corner to Madueke. He does a good job taking these corners. That's Arsenal's first corner of the day. Let's see. Come on, Gabriel. Put one in the net. You deserve to score. Arsenal, be careful of the counter. Don't leave yourself open. Here comes Madueke. Good corner. Head play punched out. Is that a goal kick? Or is it not a corner? It's another corner, I think. Can you see really well? Yep, it's not a corner. Corner to the Arsenal. 92nd minute. Score tied at 1. Corner to the Arsenal. It should be a very fresh Arsenal team. Given all the offensive changes that they made. Here comes Madueke again. Poor corner by Madueke. Jesus. You get the poor corner. By the way, if you're in the chat and you haven't hit the like button, and you have not hit the like button, please do so. And please share. And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And hit the notification bell so you can know when I'm online. You can join me because I do a lot of live streams. Goal kick to PSG. Throw into the Arsenal. It's going to be taken by Timber. Ball played into Saliba all the way out to Raya. Raya should go long. He does. Trying to find Gyökeres. Run by Timber, but played the ball poorly. Picked up by Saliba. Play back to Raya. Raya going long again. Out to Madueke. Madueke coming forward. He has 3 men on his side. He goes inside. Looking to play Timber. Timber really well. But Timber is called for a foul. And Timber is losing his mind. He shielded the ball and he's losing his mind. Wow, it says a foul. These PSG players like to fall down. They put their little short face in your elbow and then they complain. Let's see what happened. He plays the ball into Timber. Timber had his hand out. He put his face in his hand. His hand was out there. It make no sense to me. That's a bad call. Not because the man put his face in the man's hand and he fell down. That means he call a foul. Fabian Ruiz is off and Zaire Emery is on. Zaire Emery is a very good player. Both teams have very good benches. That was a bad call by the referee. The referee has been anti-Arsenal all game. Throwing to the Arsenal. It's a more even game now, actually. It's not the same dominant PSG we had in the first half of the game and the start of the second half. I'm feeling more confident as the game go along that we have a chance to win this. There's no Kvaratskhelia in the field. There's no Dembélé on the field. It's just a bad play by Raya. You can't get the ball out that far, Raya, in that situation. That's not a good pass by Raya. Throw into PSG. We can't be giving them the ball. Yeah. Really? I thought Man U got dominated more, actually. And Barcelona had more chances. Man U wasn't in that game. We're in this game. Here comes PSG. Good run by Timber. Good pressure by Timber. Timber not giving Bartola an edge. Arsenal really pressuring. Good pressure by Rice. Rice wins it. Plays it inside to Eze and made a really bad pass trying to find Timber. He touched it, got it played out. Good pressure by Arsenal. Ball won by Timber. Timber back to Rice. Rice to Madueke. Madueke back to Timber. Timber trying to go behind, plays it inside to Gyökeres, who instead of playing the ball, played a man. Instead of shielding the ball, he tried to shield a man. Yeah, that's not good by Arsenal. I think we have a more offensive, potent team on the field. Eze, Gyökeres are good goal scorers. Ball play back to Raya. Raya's going to dump it. Goes long. Trying to find Gyökeres. Ball headed out. Good play by PSG. Trying to come forward. Ball controlled by Arsenal. It's Martinelli. Plays it to Gyökeres. Gyökeres coming inside. And he got dispossessed because he can't dribble no ball. He's trying to do what he can't do. And he didn't foul the man and pick up a yellow card. Trying to dribble what you can't do. Hey, before the game, where you are before the game? Gyökeres can't play football that way. You bully the man, you get the ball, you laid off. Dribbling the ball is not your thing. You can't dribble. Stop doing what you can't do. Play within yourself. Trying to dribble, you can't dribble against a team like this, you're going to turn it over. You can't dribble. Find a way to pass the ball to somebody. That's not what you do. That's dumb. It's a good foul, though. Don't dribble. Let Madueke and Eze and what's his name do that? Martinelli. That's not your thing. Yeah, he's a goal scorer. That's it. That's his game. But he's not a dribbler. So don't be dribbling. That's not what you do. You're not a footballer. You're a goal scorer. Don't get it confused. Good corner in, headed up by Arsenal. Good pressure by Nkape, ball out of bounds. I'm sorry, by Zubamende, ball out of bounds. Throw into PSG. We're in the 98th minute of play. Score tied at 1. PSG to throw in. Well, here comes PSG again. I think I've been saying that for the entire game. And by the way, people, after this game, we'll join the Jamaica versus Nigeria game in the middle of that game. That game has now started. It's supposed to start at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, 1:30 Jamaica time. Here comes PSG again. Arsenal have that mid-block defense in play after they've had most of the game. I'm going to take a 5-minute break after the Arsenal game to come to because I got to set up my stream to do the Jamaica game. But we'll catch the Jamaica game by the second half, I would think. Here comes PSG. Looking to shoot wild over the bar. This may go to penalty kicks. So Arsenal have their penalty takers lined up. Gyökeres is one. Saka is not on the field. I would assume Eze is one. Who else would be a penalty taker? Martinelli may be one. We're running out of people. Havertz normally is. Saka normally is. Ødegaard normally is. So running out of people. I don't know about Madueke as a penalty taker. I can't see that. Within 100 minutes of play, you're running into the first half of this extra time period. Here comes PSG again. As we have said for most of this game, they dominate possession. Arsenal now pressuring. Ball played over the top, out of bounds, thrown to the Arsenal. PSG is not the same PSG we have seen for most of this game. Between fatigue and relentless pressure by Arsenal, they're wearing down. Throwing to the Arsenal to Eze. Eze coming forward, plays it back to Gabriel. Gabriel has a chance to go wide. He changes his mind. He's trying to go over the top, trying to find Madueke. He does. Madueke controls. Has him man one-on-one. Got to run by him. He does. He's going by him. Good. Oh, take him down. It's a penalty referee. Penalty referee says no. Oh, my God. This referee has been bought. He's been bought. The referee has been bought. Arsenal losing their mind. The referee has been bought, people. I thought he was bought from some Middle East money. He's been bought. He's been bought. Seriously. I hate to say that. He's been bought. That's crazy. Where's VAR? That's crazy. He took him down. That's crazy. That is crazy. That has to be a penalty. And Rice is cussing the referee. That's a penalty. Where is VAR? That referee's been doing that all game. That has to be a penalty. Where is VAR? We are not seeing anything from VAR. That is crazy. Wow. Here comes PSG. I'm losing interest in the game. The referee's been doing that all game. Good tackle by Arsenal. Where is VAR? Where is VAR? Now Arsenal players are saying, what the hell is happening? And referee's saying, play on. I got to see that again. I have to see that again. That's crazy. Wow. He gave Rice a yellow card and Rice is cussing him. Arsenal are not having it. They're losing their mind. This is ridiculous. This ref has been bought. You cannot convince me otherwise. Arsenal players are losing it. That's a penalty. And he's giving more than one Arsenal player a yellow card. That's a penalty. Arteta losing his mind. Arteta got a yellow card too. That's just ridiculous. He's been doing it all game. Look at this. That's a penalty. That's clear penalty. Only a blind man says that's a penalty. Watch it. He's on the man's back. He dropped on top of him. That's a penalty. If that's not a penalty, I stop watching football. That's ridiculous. That's a clear penalty, people. If VAR doesn't give a penalty, VAR should be... People are bought. I'm telling you, they've been bought. If that's not a penalty, they have been bought. They've been bought. They have all been bought. All those officials have been bought. Sorry. That's a penalty. You drop on the man's back, it's got to be a penalty. That is ridiculous. You guys in the chat, that's not a penalty? Wow. No, you don't. This is no deny VAR. A blind man can say that's a penalty. He dropped on his back. It's one thing for them to be tussling, but after he got by him, he just like Kvaratskhelia got the penalty. That's a penalty. That's why you see Rice getting a yellow card and people are losing their mind. That's a penalty. You're playing against 13 men. That's not good. 14, frankly, not even 13. 2 linesmen and a referee. Wow. If that's not a penalty, there's no penalty in football. That's ludicrous. That is unbelievable. Wow. I find, especially since they got a penalty, I find it amazing. I may turn this off and go watch the Jamaica game. I don't want to watch this nonsense. This is a joke. The ref has been bought. You cannot convince me he's not being bought. And also the VAR. This is ridiculous. How that's not a penalty in any football, in any game, anywhere, is unbelievable. Wow. I find that hard to stomach. Ref has been doing this for the most of the game, so that if that's not a penalty, there's no penalty in football. You can't drop in somebody's back and take them down and say that's not a penalty. And then you call Kvaratskhelia a penalty. I find that hard to believe. Wow. Making this a farce. If you don't make the hard call, then why you make it earlier previously? That's ludicrous. PSG has slowed down, so they're playing the ball amongst themselves. I will tell these people, I'm not interested in this anymore. I'm gonna do it, but I'm not interested anymore. I've lost my interest. I call the Kvaratskhelia penalty was a clear penalty. I don't like this. I don't like this. I've lost interest. I may just go over to the Jamaica game. I got to think about it. This is bad. This is bad. And the players have to play through this. This one, it looked like it's going to. I don't know who's watching the stream, but at the end of the day, that's a penalty in any football. Pee-wee league, high school, anywhere. That's a penalty. Sorry. Can't convince me otherwise. Arsenal now keeping possession, which is good. I think PSG getting tired somewhat. So they're not as vigorous with the press as they used to be. Arsenal trying to go along. What is Goalkeeper doing? Boy, can't show the people in ball now. Man, never learned to play football. He's a great goal scorer, but never learned to play football. The ball, while he was control the ball and late after Martinelli going behind. This ref is a joke. It's a joke. Man has been bought. Has to be bought. And you don't ever hear me say that in games, but there is no other explanation for these people. Please show the replay of that foul on Madueke in the box. Please show the replay. If that's not a penalty, there's no penalty in football. PSG has slowed down. It's not the same PSG anymore. They have lost their zest. We're getting the initiative. Let's look at this again. He runs, he goes by him. Now he's by him. That's not a penalty? Really? Where? I'm seeing it again. Every time I see it, I have to laugh. Look at this. He brought him down. Even Mendes realized a penalty. Anyway. We'll keep going. I guess VAR and the ref are in the same boat. That has to be a penalty. Anyway, people, we are in the second half of extra time. Arsenal got to start thinking about penalty takers. The score is tied up 1. Starting with penalty takers. Eze, let's think up front. Martinelli, Goalkeeper, Eze. Who else? There's not a lot of penalty takers out there, you know. Rice. Who else we have in the midfield? I don't see Madueke as a penalty taker. Probably Zubimendi, so that's probably the 5. Most of our penalty takers are off the field. Havertz a penalty taker. So is Ødegaard. So is Saka. Most of them are off the field. You can't come back on. But Dembélé is off for them. Kvaratskhelia is off of them, so yeah. Ødegaard trying to motivate his team. We need Madueke to do more of those runs. Because I saw Olise destroy Mendes in the first game. Second game, he was much better when they played Bayern. So, yeah. By the way, if you want to watch the Jamaica versus Nigeria game, it commences at 2:30. So, obviously, we won't catch it until the late second half after this game. Arsenal got to play through all this nonsense. PSG making another change. They're bringing up Vitinha. And Marquinhos are out. A lot of players are out, It's like substitutes coming in. And Vitinha is not happy. He's upset. Lucas Beraldo and Zabarni, everybody got a big bench and a good bench. We didn't even bring in. Oh, we had Calafiori in because I know that what's his name was hurting. At least our two center halves are still there. Oh, and Cappy is still there. So no Calafiori today. The game has become much closer and much tighter. Arsenal fans are biting their fingernails. We could have won this game, people. Well, that stupid penalty, or if the ref was being fair in his penalty distribution. 15 minutes for Arsenal players to become legends at Arsenal. They can get over the line. We have one yellow card in the field in Rice, I think, protesting the lack of a penalty against Madueke. Oh, Lord. Okay. If you say so. The ref has been anti-Arsenal all game. I don't cry about referees being anti my team, but he's been anti-Arsenal. And in the first half, when you give the corner kick, it tells you he's anti-Arsenal. Nobody does that. Nobody blows it off before you take a corner. Nobody does that in football. Even the time is expired. Now you take the corner first, then they blow it off. Nobody blows it off. Unless he's trying to prove a point or something. Here comes PSG. We're in the 106th minute of play. Score tied up 1. It'd be hard for either team to lose at this point. PSG trying to go along. Good play by Arsenal, covering off by Saliba. PSG still dominating possession. But Arsenal has done better. Let's see what the possession stats are if they've improved. Still 25% to Arsenal and 75% to PSG. And then the first half was 78 to 22. Ball over top by PSG. Ball headed out. Oh, good play by Raya. Wow, that was close. Throw into the Arsenal. That was close. Arsenal struggling on that. Ball played over. And Cappy was lost, headed down. And Saliba was slow to recover. I think that may have been Rice putting a foot in. Yeah, and Cappy was slow there. Arsenal players getting tired too. Defense getting tired. Headed up by Arsenal. Here comes PSG again. Good play by Rice. PSG coming forward. Doué looking to shoot. Blocked by Arsenal. PSG coming forward again. Ball crossing the box, straight to Raya. Come, we got to get Martinelli up the field, Raya. Come on. Got to get Martinelli up the field. Have to get Martinelli up the field and have to get Madueke up the field. Ball to Rice. Rice plays it out to Nkape. Nkape trying to go wide, but goes back to Gabriel. Gabriel will go all the way back to Raya. Yep, and Raya will go long. Oh, poor pass by Raya. I'm not sure trying to find Rice. Eze trying to get it go to Timber. Timber turns brilliantly. Plays it Madueke. Madueke coming forward. going to run by both of them. Beat Doué. He's got fouled. Free kick to the Arsenal. Really good position, actually. For Rice to put in the box to find either Gabriel or find... Well, Saliba doesn't hit the ball that much. Mainly Gabriel, frankly. Put Eze right outside the box for a ricochet. By the way, Jamaica team to start against Nigeria is Connor Boyce, Clark in goal, Ainsworth, Lowe, Ming and cover, Merrick, Clark and Ellis. So the two locally JPL-based midfielders are in the team. There is no Tyrese Hall. Look like he's not even there. And then we have Fuller, Brown, and Dixon up front. So Brown comes in for Cadamarti. Ellis and Merrick comes in for Hayden and for Tyrese Hall. Tyrese Hall is not even on the bench. That's interesting. Cross the Arsenal, played up by PSG. Good pressure by Arsenal. Good pressure by Gyökeres. Here comes PSG again. Arsenal has backed off. Trying to go along. Brilliant pass by Mendes. Good play by Arsenal. Come to ball, trying to go over the top, trying to find Gyökeres. Play back to the keeper. He's got to pressure the keeper. Keeper, make it really good play. Play the ball upfield and Arsenal. Here comes Neves for PSG. We're in the 109th minute of the 120. Score tied at 1. Hall left the camp. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Here comes PSG again. How you leave a camp before a final? I don't even understand that. Hayden left camp. Hall left camp. Interesting. Gave some other people a chance to play. Here comes PSG. Playing the ball just about 10 yards outside the Arsenal area. Just playing the ball around. Looking for gaps to penetrate in the defense. Arsenal just sitting back. Got to get Martinelli up the field and Madueke. Here comes PSG. Rice gets beaten. Ball blocked. Out of bounds. Corner to PSG. That was Zubimendi. That was too easy, actually. Corner be taken by... Surprised Doué is still in the game. Ball headed out by Arsenal. Played out. Martinelli tried to play it out. Good cover by Madueke. We're in the 112th minute. Score tied at 1. Here comes PSG again. PSG just playing it around. And they're coming forward again. Arsenal just sitting back and soaking up pressure. Here comes PSG looking for... They're just probing. Not much happening. Jamaica under 1 already? I didn't see that. Says live. Yep, they're 1-0 down to Nigeria in the 6 minutes of play. Arsenal coming forward. That's early. We give up a goal. Here comes Arsenal. Ball picked up by Saliba. Coming forward. Plays it into Rice. This is Mendes, sorry. All the way out to... Trying to go over the top. Not a good play by Arsenal. Good play, good defending by Madueke. Back to Rice, into Saliba. Back to Timber. Should go back to Rice. Timber should go back to Rice. He does. Should go back to Raya. Should play it to Gabriel. He decided to go long. Over the top to nobody. I'm not sure why he didn't play the ball to Gabriel. It's a waste by Raya. 113 minute. Score tied at 1. Arteta tried to bring his troops out. Here comes Nigeria putting Jamaica under a lot of pressure. Good play by Eze. Plays it back to... Ball back to Eze. Eze coming forward. Eze with a good ball into Madueke. I'm not sure what Madueke is doing. He's on his heels. On his heels. A good ball by Eze. Madueke is on his heels there. Jamaica just got a chance, and Dejan Brown didn't take it. That's a good cross by Cover. Here comes PSG. Barcola coming forward. Goes inside nicely. Leave 2 Arsenal players out there. Ball played in to PSG, just coming forward slowly but surely. Not really penetrated. We only have 5 more minutes of regular time left before we go to penalties. Here comes PSG again. Just probing. Arsenal just need a counter. Arsenal very defensive, very deep. Here comes Barcola. He has too much room. Ball crossed in, headed out by Arsenal. And here comes PSG again, just keeping possession. Arsenal a little bit over the place defensively. Arsenal just sitting back and covering. Eze got to watch the man running off him. Good cover by Martinelli. Ball plays in the hole. It's PSG now trying to up the tempo a little bit. Coming forward. Mendes looking for that ball over the top to play it on to Barcola on the right or to Hakimi on the right. Here comes Mendes. It's like we're playing for penalty kicks here. They're taking their time playing, slow. Here comes PSG again. Oh, Arsenal player fell down. Ball headed out. Shot taken. Collected by Raya. Shot taken by Doué. Arsenal defender fell down. Here comes Madueke. Madueke trying to run by his man. He's down. He was taken down. Actually, a yellow card against Mendes. Actually, should be second yellow card of the game he should have gotten. And the first one was a penalty that he wasn't given. Dixon having a better game today for Jamaica, by the way. Bad pass by Clark. Yes, sir.
What's going on, Kranky?
Watching the game?
Yeah, yes. What's your prediction now that the game is this late in the game and
somebody may give a last minute goal or some, I don't know who was the better penalty takers, but it looks like it's going towards penalties. There's not much time left.
Yeah, I think Arsenal did enough to win the game, not for an individual error. But how you think of how Arteta used his roster today?
I thought it was a little bit late to making the first set of substitution. I thought he used it well, but I thought it was a little late. I think Mascara would have taken him off with a yellow card. I don't like my center back playing right back with a yellow card against a tricky player. I'm not playing that. Any one foul could go to another yellow. Now, that didn't cause the goal. I mean, he made a mistake, but it was a bad play on Mascara's part, because the 1-2 was very obvious to anybody who watched football. That 1-2 was obvious. You should never be get caught like that. You should get caught like that. That 1-2 was obvious.
But I think it's the first time he was caught without support, right?
No, he played, yeah. And he played well. He played well. Don't get me wrong. He played very well. Here comes Arsenal. Madueke coming forward to Timber. Cross shot, out of bounds. That's a goal kick to PSG. Not sure why Timber's trying to shoot from a close angle. Timber coming on. You see the difference with Timber come on, right?
Yeah. I mean, I probably Arteta knows best for sure, but I think Timber probably should have started the game.
Well, you know, my view is you take the player off when you're tired. You don't wait to put him on. That's my philosophy. I thought you also put on Eze too late. I thought you should have put on Eze for Ødegaard earlier. I thought Ødegaard was out of the game. And you need somebody to get the ball who can just move the ball up the field and dribble a little bit to get rid of people, because you just can't keep passing through the lines because it's not happening, right? The press is too much on you.
I think he would tell you, especially if they get the result, that he got it spot on, because I think he used his roster. He was brilliant with the way he used his roster, because who he's trying to close this game with here right now, at the moment this game is in, he's got the upper hand, I think.
That's true. By the way, comes inside, needs to cross to the far post. He crosses, headed out by PSG. Where is Eze on the edge of the box to shoot? Ødegaard is looking to shoot, wants to shoot. Shot, out of bounds. Really good shot by Gyökeres. He's just lining up that shot. Arteta calling for a handball. Arteta is very excited. I don't think it's a handball. Did you think it was a penalty, by the way?
Yeah, I think so. I have some people texting here and talking about his
left arm holding
it. Hand.
Yeah,
no, but that's a trick of the trade. They all taught that, right? You get into those kind of foot race and you lock the guy arm so he can't swing his arm.
The ref didn't see that, so he couldn't have made a decision based on that. He didn't see that. The ref has been biased against Arsenal all game. He's been biased.
But the guy bonded him to the ground from behind.
Yeah, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. It's a penalty in any football.
In the middle of the pitch, he's given that as a foul.
Yeah, exactly. It's a penalty.
So
we're in the 120th minute. How many extra time minutes? I don't see much extra time minutes. We're going to penalties, it looks like. Come Arsenal, don't give up a goal now on the breakaway. Come Madueke.
But his attitude changed towards the end of the first half.
Huh?
The referee attitude changed towards the end of the first half.
Yeah. He's get frustrated with how slow we are.
With restarts and I think that just changed everything.
Yep. Another corner to the Arsenal. Keep it down here. PSG lost their zest though second half, right? They're not the same team late second half. Look like we're done. I'm sure he's going to blow it up when Arsenal because that's how he is. He blew it off, didn't he? He blew it off in the first half when we had a corner. I don't see that happening in football.
Yeah, because, that's where he started to show his frustration with the length of the time it was taking to restart. He didn't give the corner here.
Nope, that's what he's been doing. He's anti-Arsenal, I'm telling you. It's Middle East money. That's my philosophy. Sounds bad, but it's Middle East money. There's no way this ref is fair in this game. He's not ref the game fairly. Sorry, he hasn't.
I think the odds of this being won on PKs, especially Arsenal when it is ridiculous. So,
ridiculous happens sometimes. Yeah. The problem for Arsenal is most of our penalty takers are off the field, aren't they? Most of our penalty takers are off the field. For them too, because they're missing Dembélé and Kvaratskhelia.
Yeah.
But we're missing. We have Eze on. We have Gyökeres on. We have. I would assume Martinelli would take one. I would assume Rice would take one. There's not a lot of people you look at and say they'll take penalty,
Yeah, I think it's who's brave enough to step up now in this moment.
He probably should put on Jesus to take a penalty, actually, if you're thinking about it. He probably should, in the last minute, should put on Jesus to take a penalty.
It's sometimes that works, and I think it works. It doesn't work more time than it does work when you bring a player into the game that late for that reason.
Well, people expect us to get smashed by PSG. That didn't happen, did it?
Well, and that's why I think this is right now. This moment favors Arsenal. I think this moment favors Arsenal.
Yeah. I don't know if it favors us. What I do know is that we're in it, and we have a chance to win it, and we have a chance. And you know what? Havertz got a really good chance in the first half. That ball that he got, the touch he made was a poor touch. Yeah. Right? That ball that Ødegaard gave him, He could go far corner.
I think we're going to see Arsenal performance in the first half. I think we're going to see a lot of that in the World Cup.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, for some teams, yeah.
Yeah, when you look at the type of rosters some people selected, I think you're going to see a lot of that. You look at the England roster, for example, the US roster,
Right.
and some teams are just wired to be like that. Some of the Eastern European teams, so that's going to be interesting. I think we're going to see more of that.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably very right. We're not doing any post game, people. We're going straight to Jamaica game after this. We're not doing a post game.
I can't wait to see the technical report on this year's Champions League.
It should be interesting.
Yeah, I think Arsenal, especially if Arsenal win this, well, whether they win it or not, but I think especially if they win it, it's going to be amplified. I think the way they approach the Champions League and the outcome, the trends that are going to come out of that is going to be interesting.
No, I think next year will be more offensively potent. Like our offensive player did nothing today. Saka did nothing. Ødegaard did nothing. They did nothing. Saka was poor.
Well, it's 23% possession, and these are attacking players. They had to defend. So I wouldn't say
No.
I
mean, when they got the ball in position, they did nothing with it. There's a difference, right? When they got the ball in position, they did nothing with it.
But I think overall as a team, I think
that's why I took off Saka for Madueke, because Saka was making too many mistakes.
I think Madueke did more in 20 minutes.
Then Saka did all game. Yes, he did. He did.
Yeah.
I even think Eze did more in 20 minutes. But you know, it's maybe the fair comparison because the defense is more tired, right? PSG is more tired. You have more room to play. So, but I would say that Madueke is better than Saka in general.
Well, there's starters and there's closers, right? And I think Arteta, for where the team is now, the team did enough to win the game today. The game should have been done in 90 minutes, if not for an individual error.
Yep.
But where the team is right now, I think if Arteta should get a lot of credit for how he handled this roster. Look, I was surprised to see Skelly in the lineup.
I was not.
I was surprised to see him in the lineup, and you've got to give the coach credit to be able to bring him from where he was for most of the season to start him in the most important game of the season.
You mean where he put him most of the season?
Well, no, he knew he wasn't ready. You got to give the coach some credit now.
You like to say people weren't ready. I don't know how you get ready when you come in and play in all these big games. You were ready, you just weren't played.
No, you've got to. If you listen, Arteta did some interviews, and Declan Wright give it away in one interview as well. He wasn't where he needed to be, right? Okay. And he had to go through that process, and that's part of the coach's responsibility.
I don't agree with some of the sentiment. It's the same thing people talk about Saliba and Arsenal when he banned him, he didn't play for the first 6 months of being. He sent him back to when he won Young Player of the Year. The same time he sent him back to France, he won Young Player of the Year. And you want to tell me he wasn't ready? Really? He played against Mbappe of the world in PSG and dominating them, and he wasn't ready? Those things are things that you say because he come back and he played well. Give the coach credit. Maybe he doesn't deserve any credit for that. This misconception that because I didn't play you and you got better, when you weren't even coaching me, I don't buy that nonsense. Some people can buy that. I'm not buying that nonsense.
No, but you have to understand that you spend, and these guys were, if they are training for 2-3 hours, 4-5 times a week, 5 times a week. Right, and then playing a match on the weekend, so you should get better in that 10 to 15 hours time.
Yeah, so penalty
versus 90 minutes of football.
Yeah, penalty kick is going to start number 9 for PSG. I can't even see PSG numbers anymore. But
first penalty, Ramos.
Is it Ramos? Raya is probably not the best penalty stopper.
He received this one though.
Kepa is better. Kepa is better.
He'll make a couple of saves in this one.
I don't know about that. We'll see.
I don't know if you like this. I don't know if you really like this Arsenal team.
I don't like penalty shootouts. I think it's not a good way to end that. When you play all season, penalty shootouts as a decider, it seems a little bit. You know what? It doesn't seem right to end all that sweat and blood with a penalty shootout. It does. It seems like you're missing something.
Well, it's difficult, eh? There's a tournament going on here where I am that is a seven-a-side tournament, and when the game ends, right? If the score is 3-1, they play each other for 3 minutes, and the first team to get to 4 goals win, right? So the team that's leading 3, they need 1. The other team need 3, all right? But every
wait, once again, before the game, Ramos is coming up to shoot. He's taking deep breath. I'm gonna tell you what side he's gonna go on. I have no idea. Brilliant penalty. Raya wouldn't have a chance in hell. Brilliant penalty. Top corner left. Look like they practice those penalties. Raya's dive right twice.
15 hours a week, you gotta do something.
He's dive right twice. Golkar should take the first one for Arsenal. He doesn't really miss penalties. But pressure, Champions League, it's tough. Yep, Golkar is the first penalty taker.
So I was telling you about the tournament just now. So every 3 minutes they take off a player. Maybe they should look at something like that, right?
Every 3 minutes, and you put him back on?
Yeah. No, you take him off. So you go from 11v11 to 10v10, then to 9v9 if no goals.
Brilliant penalty by Golkar as usual. He doesn't miss penalties. He doesn't miss penalties. He didn't even go with his normal blast to the left, to the right of the keeper.
You're gonna warm to him just now. Next season you're gonna love him.
I love him as a goal scorer.
No, you don't.
I said I love him as a goal. I've been saying that he's a brilliant goal scorer. I've said that.
So what is your problem with him?
He just can't play football. And let's not conflate the two people. Me being able to score a goal, but my ability to hold the ball up, to beat a man, to run into space, so
for that reason,
to draw a player. He can score goals. If he has somebody set him up like a baby, then he's okay.
Okay, so
don't waste time to take a penalty.
You would say the same thing about Erling then?
No, Erling's a better player. Erling's a better player. Come on, Erling's a better player.
They was beating Erling that he couldn't play football. Keane and all of those guys were saying he couldn't play football.
Raya, stop diving right. You've been diving right for the whole game. It's not working. Change up your dive. Dive left and dive right. You're just diving right for just 3 dive rights. You're trying to change it up. Let them make their mind up to go another route. Look at this. He's going right all the time. You're diving too early too.
It's not only up to Raya.
You're getting bad instructions from the bench then.
It's not only up to Raya. Don't let them know.
It's a second. You should be a good penalty taker.
You sound like you're unsure.
I'm not sure about anybody taking penalty. Pressure gets to people. You could be a brilliant footballer and the pressure gets to you. By the way, people, Dixon playing much better in this game than the last game.
Why are you watching that on YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't want to miss anything yet. I don't want to miss anything yet. Arteta deserves to win this.
As they kick it out of bounds to Rated. As they kicked it away. Didn't even kick it away. Jesus Lord. He missed the entire goal. It's hard to miss the entire goal, Eze. Jesus Lord. Yeah, I told you. That's why I'm not confident. Eze is a brilliant shooter. Look at this. He's hesitated and he missed the entire goal. How you missed the goal?
I wouldn't go there with you, but
he missed the entire goal.
You know my opinion.
Yeah, because you don't like English players. Missed the entire goal. The entire goal. The entire goal.
Do not say to your audience that I don't like English players.
You don't.
So if you want to ask me my opinion,
no, I'm not asking no opinion. I know.
No, you see, so
you're not into English players.
So you're spreading propaganda now.
Okay, so why miss? Let me ask you, why did he miss? Why did he miss? Let me ask you.
He missed. I don't know about that moment, but what I would
pressure got to him.
What I generally think is that
saved by Raya, brilliant save by Raya, brilliant, and he dive left. See, I told you he dive left. Andre, he dive left. Andre, he dive left. What did Kranky say? Andre, what did Kranky say? Stop dive right all the time. Change up your dive them. Change up your dive them. I'm surprised the ref not call it back. Surprised the ref not call it back. Saying come off and line too early. Surprise. Guy the ref a thief. Brilliant save by Raya. Brilliant save. In bail out Eze. Eze can't miss a penalty that badly though. Jesus Lord. I know the pressure is big. This is right.
Yeah, but they don't handle the pressure well.
Yeah. It's hard to handle pressure like this. This is difficult.
Yeah, but
that's a brilliant save though by Raya. Brilliant save.
Raya just did it.
Because he dived left. He's been diving right all night. You got to dive either side.
Why did he dive left? Because Kranky told him to dive left.
Oh, brilliant goal by Rice. Brilliant goal by Rice. It's 2-2. Eze, of all people you expect to score. Jamaica coming forward with Dixon. Oh, he turned it over, Dixon. Jesus Lord. It's a bad turnover.
There's a very local Nigeria team as well, right?
Yeah.
That's why
They have a lot of players playing in Europe, but a number of the players are local, yeah.
That's how you take a penalty. You run up to the ball and you don't be jumping from side
Yeah,
to
you
side
jumping, you get yourself in trouble trying to jump and freeze.
You lose your coordination, your rhythm,
Yeah.
That's well taken penalty by Rice.
Yeah, it's well taken. And he didn't feel the pressure on his English. Here comes Hakimi. Hakimi's a good penalty taker. Tom Rice. Now he's gonna think about you gonna go left or right. I'm gonna tell you he's going right. He's going right. Jesus, right. I told you he's going right. He's going right. I could see it in his run up. He's going right.
Hakimi.
He's a good penalty taker.
A good footballer.
It's 3-2. Yeah, very good footballer, yeah. We're running out of people now, We didn't expect Eze to miss, though. We didn't expect Eze to miss. That badly, too. The pressure got to Eze. But somebody who shoots so accurate from outside the box, he can't miss that. He cannot miss that. We're running out of people, I'm telling you.
No, I thought people could score
penalty. I expect Martinelli to take penalty, too.
Those guys are professional footballers, man. And you can see.
Yeah, he's not delaying. You go in and kick the ball in there. That's what you do. Don't hesitate. Good penalty by Martinelli.
You just gotta go.
Yeah, go and put the ball in the net. It's 3-3.
Penalty is serious business.
Yeah, it's 3-3. One miss each. So this is the last one now. Unless we go to extras.
I told you David gonna save two. He's gonna save this one.
It's a good penalty by Martinelli.
And Arsenal gonna win it on the 5th kick. Remember, you wanted to sell all these guys during the season.
Who want to sell? I want to sell Trossard. I want to sell Martinelli.
You wanted to sell Trossard. You wanted to sell a different.
I'm not selling Martinelli. I didn't say sell Martinelli. I want to sell Trossard. Trossard had one because he wasn't playing well. Yeah, he got time to carry nobody.
He started the season very good.
All right, so now we're in crunch time. Now it's crunch time. Anybody who missed now, they're out. Anybody missed, they're out.
Big save.
I know about a big save. That's a brilliant penalty. Brilliant penalty. He had a chance in hell. No, Ryder's nowhere to dive now. He's been going left and right. He's all over the place.
Arsenal can't miss another.
Yeah, why is Raya taking 2 steps and doing that?
He's moving too quickly.
Yeah.
He's moving too quickly.
Way too quickly.
He's not giving himself a chance.
No, way too quickly. And he jumped twice. Wait, he jumped twice. No, Gabriel taking penalty. Ratted.
He was him off the line.
Gabriel taking. I don't see Gabriel a penalty taker.
Yeah, what Raya is doing is bad. That's horrible.
He jumped twice, didn't he?
Yeah, this could be.
We're running out of people. I thought it'd be Zubamende.
This could leave some people unhappy. Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm not even watching this one, to be honest with you.
I don't see him as a penalty taker.
I'm not watching this one.
He doesn't even run up like a penalty taker. He kick it over the bar. Yep, it's done.
Yeah.
Kick it over the bar. We could tell, right? Yeah. It's over. We could tell. He shouldn't be taking penalty. That's poor. That's poor decision. That's Zubamendi's penalty.
Yeah.
That is Zubamendi's penalty. All right, people, we're done. Bye. Before the game, we're off.
Yeah.
We'll catch the Jamaica game
Kranky.
later.
All right.
That's poor. All right, everyone, we're out of here. We're going to carry the Jamaica game versus Nigeria. So see you in a bit.